So what's good, mi gente? It's another Sunday, another episode of the After School Club, where we talk about the week's geek news. Like always, it's me, your host Lex, and I'm here with my peoples. Got Derek, Sally, and Megs. What's good, everybody?
All good. All good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about. Recently, we all saw Black Widow together. We streamed it thanks to Meg, so we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Loki. We got a couple of things, our MCU DCEU swap. But before that, we're just going to get into a little bit of the news that's coming out. For instance, there was a picture that came out. I think it was made by Boss Logic. It was just Wolverine's arms. Then it was followed by a picture of Hugh Jackman and Kevin Feige. Now, that could mean absolutely nothing at all.
As always.
Exactly. But it's always good to speculate, share our opinions. I think that Hugh Jackman is at an age where I don't think they'll pick him as Wolverine in the MCU. I think they're picking a lot of younger people, and the way that they're going, I don't think Hugh Jackman could play Wolverine for another 10 years. I think most likely we'll probably get a cameo. Like if they go ahead and the X-Men come out anytime soon, we're most likely gonna get a cameo from him, but I don't think it'll go any further than that.
Exacto. I got an opinion about that.
All right, go ahead.
Of course.
Give him to the Deadpool movie. Just be a one-off.
Yeah.
Just be a one-off.
Yeah.
And that's
A one-off would be
one-off.
dope.
Ryan Reynolds always been, pardon my French, he's always been gargling Hugh Jackman's genitalia on the internet. So like, he's probably pushing for it or whatever. So I would love to see like a Deadpool Wolverine movie by themselves or whatever. But
no había una premisa que era like en un punto existió una premisa, no se sabía si era oficial, pero salió como de un source que existía esta película que iba a ser Deadpool resucitando a Wolverine para hacer un last road trip together. Como que yo había escuchado esa premisa anteriormente y me quedé pensando como que eso sería una genial idea como para una última vez verlo, como revisitando un montón de películas pero con el humor de Deadpool. Like, it would be badass. Como lo que ¿Qué cosa? ¿Traerlo de vuelta?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity.
Time travel.
Then no, espérate. Let's not get into this again.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Sonny.
No. I'm not gonna dive into that.
Go ahead. Shoot it out. Somebody's fucking.
Are we gonna do the same thing that we did with Loki, dude?
No. We're not gonna do that.
You're gonna take it out of the timeline, or maybe prevent his death. Like maybe.
¿Te acuerdas? Pero es que se acuerdan que ellos tiraron al final de Deadpool 2, aunque haya sido de verdad o haya sido fake, que se tiraron lo de viajar en el tiempo y él sí visitó a Wolverine y mató al Deadpool anterior.
Yeah.
Like, cogiendo que eso fuera oficial, como que les estoy diciendo con una premisa que había leído, yo no sé si eso fuera oficial, yo no sé, pero la leí y la encontré interesante, como que un road trip, como que Deadpool ama a Wolverine, por decirlo así, y ya Wolverine, como dijimos, está como que mayor, no es que esté mayorcito como para seguir haciendo, o sea, no es que esté mayor como para volver a tomar el manto una vez y ya.
Esto no es Fast and the Furious. Pero estaría cool ver la reacción de Deadpool a la tumba de Logan.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be fucking amazing if they ever do that.
For me, like that's
there's no joke.
I've always said it. Like Marvel, Ryan Reynolds are like everybody's like, oh, how are they gonna bring him in and still keep the character like faithful to the interpretation from the last two movies? That's the easiest fucking character to bring in compared to the way the last movie ended. And now everybody's going time. Ese es el personaje más fácil de traer al universo de Marvel.
Like, plus Cable.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
like the
plus
way his
Cable,
movie ended. That's like that's the easiest movie to bring in or whatever. You literally have him time jump, end up in the MCU, and his the device that Cable gave him, he can't use it anymore, and he's stuck. Like, come on, dude. That shit writes itself.
Fuck yeah. Oh god, but I don't know. Por mí que le pasen el manto a la otra persona, qué sé yo, X-23. Estamos viendo The Young Avengers come up, de manera super lenta, pero they're coming up to become the new group. So
Yeah,
yo diría X23 or somebody else. It doesn't really
I'm on
matter.
that same page. I'm on that same page. A mí me gustaría verlo una vez más, pero I wouldn't want him around. Like, I wouldn't want him to take up the Wolverine mantle in the MCU because dude, how much more mileage can you get out of the poor guy?
Yeah.
He can, he's an amazing actor and singer
Yeah.
and performer. So no, como que él tiene todavía millas para coger, pero no en el MCU como tal. Y like he's not really in the MCU porque siempre ha sido de Fox, pero you know what I mean.
Pero yo pienso, yo pienso que sería mejor darle el mantle a X23 o al hijo, que sería medio estúpido, ya que el hijo como que no lo han establecido, de repente aparezca un hijo y sería como que estúpido. Pero yo pienso que ya Hugh Jackman, honestamente, como acabó Logan, deberían dejarlo morir.
Did you say Hugh Jackman? Fuck.
Hugh.
I heard it. Huge Jackman. What the fuck?
Screw you guys.
We could see
it happens.
You could probably see him do a one-off and then just pass the mantle to another actor or whatever. I'm pretty sure that like Marvel's not gonna recast Logan. They're not gonna leave that character out of the MCU. It's their moneymaker. Like all the merchandise and all that stuff they would push with that character. There's no way we're not gonna get another interpretation of that character.
I just
maybe a cameo or two. I don't know.
Whoever has to fill those shoes,
yeah,
is always going to be compared.
To Hugh Jackman.
Attacked by the daughter.
And that's another thing. Whoever comes in, man, they got their work cut out for them, in verdad.
Yeah.
Well, and to be honest with you, any of those characters, when they recast them, because the interpretations before, they haven't been like crowd pleasers to everyone, but they've had their, they've had their followings.
I think the easiest one to recast is gonna be Cyclops.
Oh fuck yeah!
Nobody likes the fucking douche. That's why.
Cyclops is one of my favorite characters, but they didn't in the movies. They didn't give him nothing. Like realistically, he got shitted on in the movies.
I mean, I like the dude from Ready Player One, which is the same dude from Cyclops. I forgot his name. He's okay. Like that dude is okay. The actor is okay. I just hate the way that they write Cyclops ever since the third movie. Well, even in the second movie from the first trilogy.
Yeah,
he's horrible.
I think they're trying to stay. So when they wrote Cyclops, they tried to stay a little bit like faithful to the older comics, because the newer comics, Cyclops is nothing like that. He's not the pretty boy. He's not the goody two shoes.
Ellos le dieron otra adaptación al poder de Cyclops, adicional al de tirar los lasers, like being lame y ser un punching bag, porque honestamente esas son las interpretaciones que le han dado a Cyclops.
Exactly. I love Cyclops in the comics, but in the movies, bro, he's a secondary character.
But in the comics,
es que se siente como un secondary character en todas las películas. Me recuerdo.
But on the comics, hay interpretaciones de comics where he's not anything like a punching bag or a douche or anything.
Exactly. That's what
I know.
He's the leader. He's literally like the leader that will go against Xavier. He has to do that. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Even in the '90s version, Cyclops was still, a leadership type. In the movies, he doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
No, le están tumbando la motora, la novia, todo. Es como que, bro. Es como que. Like, yo recuerdo que obviamente cuando yo fui a ver las películas en el cine, yo tenía como que dice la mentalidad de lo que ya yo había visto en los muñequitos, y el Cyclops era horrible comparado, era como que bro, como que do something, y era, o sea, ¿qué le hacían? Siempre quitarle los espejuelos, era como que legitly, siempre le quitaba, él era como una interpretación de Daphne de Scooby-Doo, de Daphne no, Velma, que se le caían los...
bueno, sí.
Jinkies,
le quitaban los espejuelos y él tirando el laser. Era como que I really hated that en ese sentido. Y en X3, cuando los frikis matan al principio de la película, ¿cuánto? 22 minutos es que dura la película.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much it went in, but like, first casualty, the quickness.
Can you imagine the type of patience that Xavier must have living in the house? He can hear all the drama going on. He's like, trying to fuck his girl again? My God, he didn't get it the first time. Leave her alone. Like, God, and I got to work with these people tomorrow? God damn it. Like,
oh, yeah.
And fucking other news, we had been talking about this yesterday too, but it does look like fucking from what it says here, Black Widow has estimated $80 million, and I'm thinking that can't count today. So whatever Fast Nine did, this shit is gonna blow it out of the water. Now, I don't know if within that $80 million, it says that it also made 60 million from just the premiere access.
Then Disney is starting to finally show some numbers because they've
That's what
never
I'm saying.
said that.
Yeah, they never show numbers, so it makes me, think that this movie did a lot more compared to all their other shit.
Let me. So, how much did Fast and Furious make worldwide?
80 something, 90.
Worldwide? No.
I don't
No.
know in the first weekend. I'm not sure.
What's up? Oh, that's Liquid.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up, Liquid?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me check. Let me go ahead and let me check. But I know Fast 9 has
70 million.
like 300 something million until now.
In the holiday weekend, in the film's debut last weekend, it earned 70 million, smashing the record for the highest grossing opening since the onset of COVID-19.
It says as of July 11th, F9 has grossed 141 million in the United States and Canada,
Yes.
and 400 in other territories, for a worldwide total of 541 million.
So I don't think it's beaten.
Yeah.
It's not. It's still 80. It's
No,
80, right?
pero we're talking about Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday, and they're at 218 million. So the weekend is not even over for them. We're talking about Fast 9 made 500 until now. Fast 9 been out for like 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be close, but yeah, Black Widow might end up passing it.
I hope it does. My God.
Maybe.
I don't want to get into that Fast 9 argument again. I'm
that.
exhausted. I'm exhausted already from fucking ranting everywhere I go. But God, that movie was horrible.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Family, bro.
And at this point, fuck family.
Whoa!
And
Like,
then our feed drops. All four of us.
Sally's door explodes and Toretto comes out and everybody's grabbing him.
Yeah, but what
I Thanos their asses.
Like,
talking
yo, I
about
love this
fucking
black.
talking about Black Widow. There's this fucking actor that I'm a fan of his old work, Steven Dorff. He was fucking Deacon Frost in Blade. It makes me laugh that where he is at in his career now, this nigga has the audacity to say he feels embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson and Black Widow.
Oh yes.
Like, Marvel movies are trash, and I'm like, is he saying this while looking at all the Oscars that he has in his fucking closet? Like, who the fuck is Steven Dorff to talk shit about anybody?
He must be saying that, and he must be like looking at people like, yeah, say something. I was Deacon Frost, bitch. Like,
like literally, if you ask the general public, name 2 characters that this nigga's play, they're gonna be like
Deacon Frost, and I don't know that movie.
It's like,
I don't know that movie. That's all we need to hear, nigga. I don't know that.
I don't know.
That says enough right there, nigga.
Wasn't he in Punisher? That's why he's bitching about this. He's the guy from like.
He wasn't
he's,
even.
he's the villain in Blade.
He's
the villain in the first Blade movie.
Oh yeah, Blade. I was thinking about Punisher for some fucking reason, so I mixed them up. Sorry.
He's done other shit, but like nowhere near anywhere to be like he's not known like, oh, this great actor. So for this nigga to be shitting on Scarlett Johansson and the whole Marvel team, it just sounds sad.
Like, bitch, don't you know that Blade is actually a property from Marvel? Like,
I was like,
and you're forgotten. Like, he was like, I even mixed him up with fucking Punisher because Punisher is a little bit more exciting. And I've been like throwing the theories about Thunderbolts and Punisher. That's why I got it mixed up. So, fuck that dude.
Es que esa es la definición relativa de haters. Es como que, pues, el tipo no puede estar.
Truly.
I don't know. I mean, like I told you, like, I guess he's really high off of those comments that, you know, Blade brought in. Blade is responsible.
That's what I'm saying,
like,
nigga. I truly agree. I truly agree with Deca right now, nigga.
That's how you fight to become relevant. That's how you fight to become relevant. If
Yeah.
either you're a lover or you're a hater, and sometimes you get more attention being a hater.
Being a hater.
Yeah,
and then you convert. Because I remember a couple of years ago, Ethan Hawke was like this fucking Marvel Universe. Who said Logan is a masterpiece? That's not a masterpiece. Now this motherfucker's gonna be in what the fuck is it? Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Fucking mad shit. And look what happened. Now this nigga's gonna be in Moon Knight.
I just laugh at the fact, like you said, like it's not that he hates on the Marvel movies, it's the fact that like has anybody seen his recent shit? Like it's all straight to fucking video on demand and
no
like,
way.
Yeah,
I did not expect that.
This nigga's not known for like his fucking acting prowess. You know what I'm saying? He's not. I don't think he's ever getting nominated. I've seen a bunch of his movies. I've never been like, wow, yo,
Mira,
what a role.
A Marvel le tiran mucho, pero mucho, o sea, de reviewers, directores, y honestamente yo sé que dentro de ellos lo que le quema es que a lo mejor ellos piensan que pueden hacer mejores productos y mejores cosas, pero no van a tener el reach que Marvel tiene. Y pues lamentándolo, o sea, cuando salió todo este revolú que Martin Scorsese le tiró a todos los Hero Movies, es como que, bro, ¿qué pasó? Nadie está viendo tus películas actualmente y eso como que te está doliendo un poquito. O sea, es que se ve así. O sea, cuando tú como que lloras a este nivel, en los actores también es como que, bro, o sea...
Ok. Te lo voy a comparar con algo bien sencillo, que ahora me acordé porque es que es una pelea. Pero piénsalo. Es como la gente que tú puedes pintar un mural y...
Ethan Hawke go suck an asshole. Fuck Ethan Hawke.
Fuck Ethan Hawke. Pero piénsalo.
I don't think like that. I'm sorry.
En el mundo del arte, people shit on graffiti. Porque dicen que no es arte. Vamos a poner lo que Marvel es graffiti. Pero entonces, Martin Scorsese es que ha sido Da Vinci, por decirlo así, por joder.
Yeah, I'm not
él está jodiendo
Scorsese,
porque...
pero...
Exacto, o sea, está jodiendo porque no le están prestando atención a las obras de arte fina, la Mona Lisa y estas pendejas, pero estamos haciendo caso al graffiti que it's everywhere and it's like cheap, por decirlo así. It's cheap, it's cheap art. Y yo que vengo de un background de arte, pues lo puedo comparar así porque it's almost the same thing. Porque ellos quieren ver estas películas bien refinadas, bien sofisticadas, mucho problema social o mucha política o mucha imaginación, contenido original. But what we're seeing right now es una saturación de colores brillantes, de acción, de cosas de fantasía, time traveling and all this shit que tú dices, damn, where's the variety? ¿Dónde quedo yo? O sea, yo que me jodí por ser artista pero le están haciendo casa a un muchacho en la calle que lo que hace es pintar paredes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pero la pregunta existencial es, ¿pero funciona? Como que le funciona los grafitis super coloridos que vemos en todos los sitios. Es que esa es la cuestión, a veces le tiran bien duro a estas películas, pero están funcionando. Es como que there's nothing wrong with it.
Scorsese just calling Marvel films what they are, entertaining films, but let's really not get ourselves into he gets in them.
También, pero es que yo no estoy diciendo que cinema, estoy diciendo que es algo que funciona.
Exacto, es algo que funciona.
Yo estoy funciona, yo no dije
uno a la vez, que le van a dar a Orengo un golpe a la vez, no lo traes encima de, por favor.
This is the problem. Cinema, plain and self, is art. Yeah. And art is not viewed upon the same way as everybody in the world. So you can't really say this is cinema and this is something else, because that's what art is. I could say, wow, a wonderful movie was The Shawshank Redemption, and somebody else could say The Shawshank Redemption is culo. I can't tell them, your taste in movies is bad, because it's your taste in movies. It's like your taste in art. Some people can say Van Gogh is booty, but I like Rembrandt.
Very true.
And you can't tell them that they're wrong because it's subjective. Art is subjective.
Es subjetiva.
Y qué bueno, mala mía, pero qué bueno que dijiste eso de Shawshank Redemption, porque es que ahora mismo es clasificado un clásico, pero en su tiempo era una mierda y nobody paid attention to it.
Like me and Nick got into this with a movie called Centurion, and Nick thinks it's a work of art, and I don't agree with him. I just think that Nick.
I didn't think it's a workout, but don't.
Exactly. No, Nick says it's a work of art. So yo le dije simplemente, yo difiero. Yo lo que pienso es que tu gusto en arte es una mierda. Y pues te gusta esta película, well, your taste is garbage. That's it. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
But I can respect his opinion, because what he's saying is my taste It's garbage. He's not
garbage,
saying.
exactly.
He's not saying.
And you
that
shouldn't share it with everybody. That's what I'm saying. That's
what we're saying is, you can go suck 3 dicks now. 3 dicks. Fuck with the boss. But yeah, that's what it is. It's your taste. So you can't say that the product is one way. It's just your taste. I tell people that taste in movies are bad, but I'm an elitist.
Okay.
Mano,
You're an elitist piece of shit. So leave it alone.
Yeah, exacto. You ours. Pero yo admito I have a piece of shit of ¿cómo se dice? Puñeta. Bad taste in película. I admit it. Yo digo que I love watching bad movies on a Sunday.
I love it.
Está cabrón. That's one of my favorite hobbies.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate with this one. So when I read those comments, I didn't take it like como te digo. I thought it was his critique on the formula. Like Marvel kind of at this point has like a little bit of a formula or whatever when it comes to their movies, and it's fine. I didn't get like super butthurt about it, but it's just like the formula for me or whatever. I don't consider myself like a simpleton. But at the same time, I'm kind of easy to please when it comes to the superhero stuff because we're like that culture. We're the people that consume it the most or whatever. So it's the formula is very like como te digo, very good for us.
Greek mythology, nigga. These are our heroes.
I mean, I'm not building statues in my house for any of them, but
I get what you're saying.
Nigga, but you have a bunch of figures. You have things dedicated to these people in your house, like. I get it. You know what I'm saying? This is our Greek mythology. If you look at everybody, like all 4 of us, if you look at our houses, we have shit dedicated to these people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but there were whole empires sometimes. Like people burned each other at the fucking stake for their gods. I'm not fucking burning anybody's house down for Iron Man.
I'm not doing that either. But I bet you.
I understand where you're getting with the point you're trying to reach with the comparison, but it's a little bit like
nigga, but nigga, that's us for. How many people be sending out death threats? They are people that take this a little more serious.
Yeah.
Like there's nutsos in any genre, anything. So there are people that do take it more serious.
Bruh.
Always remember. A guy kind of died. Well, got his ass whooped up because he said spoilers for Star Wars after he came out of the theater. Like, literal, hay un tipo en la fila, el tipo salió de la sala, el tipo grita, Han Solo dies, and somebody from the queue, from the line, got out and whooped his ass, like almost to near death. No joke.
I mean, I would have been mad.
Bruh.
That's happened. That's happened for us before.
En Toys R Us, a mí me pasó eso, lo único que fue un nene chiquito. I couldn't like beat his ass, pero me molestó, like legitly. O sea, es como que hay personas que les gusta dañarle la experiencia a otras. Es como que hay people that really enjoy that shit. Y el feeling de como que somebody has to be the hero that beat his ass para que aprenda. No matarlo, pero beat his ass para que aprenda. Como que spoiling movie is not fun.
That's how it is. It's going back.
That's why we do it every weekend.
Here we go, nigga. Going back. We spoil shit. You don't like it? Don't fucking watch it. Nigga. Going back to fucking Scorsese. Yeah. I'm a huge fan. I like Scorsese's work a lot, nigga. But Scorsese's movies.
Lo que pasa es the Irishman.
But his movies romanticize violence. Like you see Goodfellas and you like these niggas, like we love these characters and they're fucking people up.
Lo que pasa es que hay personas que hacen exactamente lo mismo que hacen los fans por Marvel, que tú hablas mal de Scorsese y te quieren caer encima y tú no tienes opinión, tú no sabes nada del cine, tú no eres un cinéfilo porque no te gusta algo de Scorsese. And I really hate that shit. Como que, hermano, o sea, todo el mundo tiene gustos diferentes, todo el mundo tiene directores que admira. O sea, hay personas que le va a gustar George Lucas, hay personas que le va a gustar Martin Scorsese. ¿Algún problema con eso? Es como que siempre está la mierda de que siempre se caracteriza... No, I'm sorry. Es que la gente siempre clasifica que tú no sabes de cine porque no admiras a unos directores que tienes que admirar. Es como que hacen un excelente trabajo, chévere, y admiro unas piezas de ellos. Pero es como que de verdad tengo que hacerle un shrine a ellos y como que venerarlos y no decir que a lo mejor ellos también pueden hacer porquerías como los otros directores. Como que, is that out of the table?
There's no director that has like an impeccable fucking resume that all their movies are just the best movies that you've ever fucking seen in your life. Yeah, even Scorsese, everybody has their things, and not everything that Scorsese does is gonna be considered like a fucking masterpiece. I still haven't seen The Irishman.
Can I throw? The fuck?
I haven't seen it because all of y'all not all of y'all specifically, But a lot of people be like, yo, it's 4 hours, it's slow as fuck, and it's not entertaining.
I liked it. I mean, I thought it was interesting. It's another Scorsese film. There's
Quieren
fucking
una medalla
characters
por
and
eso,
stuff.
Miguel. Like, legitimately. Quieren una medalla por
I'm
eso.
just saying. That's my opinion. The fuck you have your right to fucking hate on him.
I'm kidding.
Go burn his posters in your house. What got you? Like, go take every poster you made and burn it. I'm just saying. I thought the movie was fucking great. It is long or whatever, and then he does the thing of just fucking introducing characters and shit kind of goes sideways or whatever. So
Yeah.
I liked it or whatever. It wasn't. I wasn't dying over it. I wasn't swooning over it, but I thought it was entertaining. But I will say, Orengo, you don't like Taxi Driver? You sir are drunk right now. I'm like, what the?
It's like Tarantino. Tarantino is considered by a lot of people like a great filmmaker, and a lot of people just be shitting on his movies all the time.
Exacto.
People forget about Spike Lee too.
Oh yeah, that's
Spike Lee.
how it is. You can't really say specifically, oh, this is fucking art, and this is what movies are supposed to be. It is what it is, subjective. There's people that are gonna die on the hill that fucking the Twilight Saga is one of the best fucking sagas in the world, and we can only just say it's not for us. That's not my shit.
I had to watch that movie. I had to watch all of them. So
that's what I'm saying.
No.
Yo, like, how many people like teenagers and shit are gonna fall in love with this trilogy of Star Wars, and this is gonna be their trilogy, and they might not like the trilogies that came before it.
Mm-hmm.
My trilogy is the one in the middle. That's the one that I saw.
Yep.
So like Scorsese, de todo eso de toda la vieja escuela de lo más americano, he's willing to evolve with the times. He's willing to use CGI. He's willing to shift to digital. He's willing to keep technology, so it's been Marvel like Spielberg. Spielberg is another one that talked mad shit and is on his way to Netflix now.
Yeah.
He was talking mad shit for a long time. Happens, yo.
It happens.
Anybody else got any feelings they want to get off their chest about certain directors while we're here?
I would like to get mine.
Don't fucking say Nolan.
We can pass your baton. We can pass the baton to somebody else.
I'm waiting for Orengo to be like, and Nolan is a piece of shit.
Well,
He's gonna be like, Nolan is deaf. He can't fucking sound engineer a movie to save his life. The sound is fucking horrible in all his fucking movies.
Bueno, yes, I have to agree on that
I have
one.
to agree. That's the sad part.
Yeah. Pero tengo que la
Yeah.
última película, oh my god, what was the name?
Tenet.
Tenet.
No, not the latest one. I'm sorry, I didn't specify. The war movie, I forgot. Sorry.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. Yes, thank you. Es que estoy pensando en Normandy porque pasó ahí. I'm thinking about real life facts. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
But Dunkirk, it's I swear to God, it's fucking legit. I was gonna say a masterpiece, but it's not. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Pero to me, with the facts of real life of what happened, it's perfect, except for the sound. But everything else is like fucking legit. Pero that's it. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
I saw Tenet in a regular ass movie theater, and a lot of people that saw it in IMAX tell me like a whole different experience.
Yo me arrepiento de haber visto Tenet en IMAX. Quiero que entiendan que cuando empezó la película dije, shit, esto es IMAX. Se me me olvidó. Y yo siempre soy el mamao que se sienta al lado de la bocina para disfrutarse la película. I couldn't hear shit of the movie, like legitimately.
Yeah. That sounds bad.
Bro, hay partes que ellos tienen diálogos y la música está por encima. Es como que...
No, I'm not gonna say that. No, fuck that, no, porque después me tildan de loca. Después me dicen salte del jodido podcast. Get out.
Yo, that nigga,
You're not gonna get that from Nick.
Nigga, what?
You're not gonna get that ever from Nick.
Interstellar, Inception, like get the nigga, like he nigga,
Beautiful
literally, nigga, arguably, probably what? Top 3 greatest comic book movies ever with the
What?
Dark Knight.
Where was he going with that?
Nigga did
The Dark
something
Knight,
with fucking Batman that nobody like. I truly did. Nigga, I truly thought that at the end he was gonna kill this nigga off. Nigga, I was like, yo, get the fuck. This nigga had the balls to do that shit.
I remember we saw that movie. Actually, all 3 of us saw that movie that day, right? Deca was there too.
Yeah, I was there too.
We didn't even speak to each other once, but okay.
Yeah, yo creo que yo mandé hasta callar a Miguel en una parte. Like he was talking.
No, was it? No.
I
almost got into a fight with somebody though because my girlfriend at the time, she turned on her phone to look in the purse, and the guy next to him like got in her face was like, "Can you turn that fucking shit off?" And I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" I'm a real fucking asshole, a real Batman asshole.
We was rolling like 12 people deep that day, nigga.
Yeah,
we were mean ass whooping, son. Nigga, I'll never forget that fucking movie experience, nigga. The Robin, everybody jumping and screaming.
Bro, todo el mundo colectivo, como que esa escena, it was beautiful.
I remember we were high on the movie, but I was upset. I was like, damn it, he should have killed him. I was like, he should have committed and just fucking off
Nigga, I still enjoyed the shit that he was like, you know what? I saved enough people.
En esa película,
en
esa película pasaron un montón de cosas épicas, pero yo recuerdo que las cosas más triviales y estúpidas fueron las que más todo el mundo se emocionó. Like, bro, nos emocionamos cuando él hizo el brinco. O sea, cuando, like, he made the jump. No tenía el zoom ni nada. He made the jump. Everybody was like, yeah. Ok, eso nos emocionó. Nos emocionó escuchar el nombre de Robert, básicamente. Like, bro, y nos emocionó ver a Alfred hacer. Bro, es como que...
Nigga, yo, when he fucking looked at that graveyard, I said, "Sir, I failed you." Nigga, yo.
I almost cried at that part, and I almost cried when he's getting in the plane and he's like, "You've done enough or whatever." You put your coat around the kid. I was like,
kid.
I was like looking up. I was like, I don't want to cry.
Bro, the music in that part is beautiful. Como que
una cosa. Y esto está bien fuera de tema, ¿verdad? Pero ¿no se han dado cuenta que cada vez que pasa algo con Batman o con Bruce Wayne, whatever it is, Alfred siempre queda pobre? Why is that?
It is, but I don't think he was necessarily.
He's been working there forever.
He gave him some money, but he evicted him from the mansion.
And it was for the greater good. It was to give it to a whole bunch of homeless kids.
Yo no entiendo. O sea,
oh my God! It was so you literally wouldn't create the fucking villains of tomorrow. You take disenfranchised children and you give them a good life.
I mean,
bro, pero ese homo es un homo es Batman Incorporated. Like, son huérfanos.
Yo no entiendo, like, porque siempre es pobre. Anyways, yes, moving on.
Use it more often. Dick Grayson? Dick Grayson, okay.
Alright, so yeah. Let's get into our fucking MCU swaps, MCU DCEU swaps. We're gonna start with Decade because it's the first fucking picture that I have here. Decade, go ahead. Your first pick.
Why?
Obviamente. O sea, like, bro, me preguntaron swaps y honestamente a mí, o sea, si vamos a intercambiar héroes y más o menos el mismo concepto que vimos que tienen los mismos morales, pues me gustaría ver a Henry Cavill como freaking Captain America.
Even the color scheme is the fucking same between Superman and fucking Captain America.
Por eso, y en esta sí puede tener el bigote y no hay problema. Es como que...
No CGI.
Bring in the mullet, too. Bring in the mullet.
The mullet, bro.
Had you not seen him as Superman, would you have felt the same?
Es que, okay. No. Exacto.
Wow. Because I've seen him in like... I've seen him in the Count of Monte Cristo. I've seen him in before Superman, and he was in this show Tutors and some shit, and it's all like period pieces. Like I really never seen him in shit that was like in the present time that I could recall.
Yo la primera vez que lo vi fue en una película romana que él tira flechas, el hijo de un dios o algo así. Like I don't remember.
Yeah. I know you're talking about Immortals. I think it was.
Immortals, yeah. Esa fue la primera película. Yeah.
He was the main character in Immortals.
Mickey Rourke?
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke is in there?
Yeah, I think he is. Mickey Rourke
I know,
is like or whatever.
I know those fucking general. Fast and Furious niggas in there. He's the villain.
He's the villain.
Yeah, he's the villain. Yeah, I remember now.
That's funny. You forgot Mickey Rourke. That's the villain. I forgot the main character. That's how great that movie was.
I forgot the name. Everybody forgot something about it.
I saw that shit in Plaza America, and I was literally cutting class to go see it because I thought I was gonna have my mind blown. And through halfway the movie, I was like, I need this shit to just end already. Like I'm so bored. Like I'm not all flash. I thought that movie was like all flash and no substance.
Oh yeah, no sé. That was a kind of a bad movie.
it was visually compelling, but I didn't really give a shit about the story and like the way it fucking played out. It was like,
yeah, nigga. Visually, it was dope. I think the nigga that made the sub, Jennifer Lopez.
that makes sense.
Yeah, visually that shit was fucking. All right, so we're gonna go into Deca's second pick.
Damn.
Beautiful.
Okay.
¿Y por qué la
Okay, this
cogieron?
nigga-
It was breathtaking. Can we fucking process
This
that?
nigga
For a
said-
moment?
Oh,
It was beautiful. It was beautiful, bro. Let me admire it. Nada, lo escogí porque pues era como que cuando me lo dijiste, era la película más reciente que tenía en la mente y se me quedó como que, yeah, she should be like Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Como que
I had trouble with this question. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was thinking about it all week.
Nigga,
Yeah, me too.
It's funny because realistically, there's not a lot of characters that get repeated between our 4 picks. There's some actors, like me and Sally picked the same actor, but for different roles and shit. And then this nigga Yatu picked fucking Black Widow. I'll go into mine. Mine is fucking Tilda Swinton as the Joker.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yo,
Nice.
Tilda Swinton is one of those fucking I call it character actors for me.
That's a horrible picture of that actor though.
I have the perfect comic book for
Jared
that.
Leto?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Tilda?
Witten, you couldn't pick any other pictures. You look fucking horrible in that picture.
Nigga, because I wanted it to be, because you can see what she did in the fucking MCU, the fucking ancient one. Yo, I like her and I remember when she came out in fucking Constantine as fucking Gabriel. And I was like, yo, she just looks like so badass in the roles that she plays. And if we were ever to gender bend, like if we were ever to get, you know, the Flashpoint story and shit, and we had, you know, how Batman's mother turns into the
Martha.
Joker, yo, Tilda Swinton would be a fucking badass version. Now my second, go ahead.
Or Thrill Killer. If anybody has read the comic, actually Joker is a woman there. Ella es como de estos gangsters in 1960s, 1970s, cuando había un montón de droga, whatever. She could also be good for Thrill Killer adaptation into the, you know,
I haven't read it.
DCEU.
The fuck was that? Like read like, oh shit. They're about to break it down. Now, my second pick is Jason Momoa. Anybody that knows me know I be hanging on that nigga's nuts. I'm not gonna lie. I think Jason Momoa would have been an ill fucking Whiplash in Iron Man 2.
Ooh.
Like I could see this nigga look menacing as fuck and fucking Leatherface Mickey Rourke over there. I don't know who the fuck made that decision, but yeah.
Supposedly Mickey Rourke's character, like he wanted to do a whole bunch of shit with him, and they red lighted everything. They didn't want to let him have like creative control over that character, and to the point where like I think he verbally came to he verbally got into a pissing match with Stan Lee supposedly at one point.
And Stan Lee was like, "Fuck off, bro."
Stan Lee supposedly was listening to set, and I think he approached them directly or whatever. I forgot where the hell they said it. They interviewed him, and he literally said, "I wanted to do so much with that character," and then you have a pencil neck geek who's older than me come and tell me that I can't.
Nigga, I would have been like,
God.
yo, who's signing your checks? Go actor, shut the fuck up, nigga. Please, nigga. But yeah, nigga, I would if Jason Momoa was ever be in the MCU, I would love to see him as a villain and not a fucking hero. I think he would have been a badass Whiplash in that character. We would have made it a lot more memorable. Now we're gonna go to Meg's pick.
Yeah.
Meg wanted this twat to be the Black Widow.
You know why? You want to know why?
Right,
Okay.
go ahead.
Have you ever seen her court deposition? That bitch can act. That bitch can act, dude.
Yeah, she can act.
She's just been given horrible role, like she's just been directed horribly. But like to literally tell somebody, like, oh, on the 7th you were sleeping in his bed, and on the 8th there was pieces of shit left on your side in his bed, and she goes, no, that wasn't me, that was the dog. Like, yo, that chick can fucking act, dude. I would have loved to see her as the Black Widow. It's just, well, she's been given, you know, she hasn't been given her acting chops like a great fucking, you know,
Nigga, never back down, son.
Yeah.
Baja Miller? Was that
Baja Miller, nigga. Baja Miller, never back down, son. All right, so Migs, we're gonna go to his second pick, which was Ezra Miller as Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Because basically those two characters are
Are the same.
kind of mirrors of each other
Yeah.
in that goddamn Justice League movie, which I
Mhm.
feel like some lines are ripped. That dynamic between Bruce Wayne and him are literally ripped out of the
Yeah.
freaking first Spider-Man movie.
Miguel.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is actually smart.
But okay, so you give him smart dialogue.
I, I feel like
Even in the Zack Snyder cut, he's fucking dumb. Come on.
But you know how
We talked about this.
he's written that way. He's written that way. You know how many stupid actors play smart people? Like,
nigga,
Yeah,
Tara
but still.
Reid has played scientist, nigga. Nigga, what?
but I like the kid. I think. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he'd make a little decent Peter Parker. Obviously, I think it depends on the way you write him or whatever.
Yeah.
But I could see him.
It's
I could see him as like the adult Peter Parker. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily the version we're getting now, but like remember the '90s cartoon Peter?
Oh yeah.
Like kind
Yeah.
of cheesy and dorky. I could see him play that role.
Nigga, when you said that, I was like, in this version, I could also see Tom Holland play fucking Flash. I don't think Tom Holland would have been a bad. I think he's pretty short, especially standing next to everybody else. Not that Ezra Miller is fucking gigantic, but like body wise, he would have looked mad fucking funny. But acting, I think that nigga would have been like that scene where this nigga goes back in time and shit. He runs so fast. I could totally see Tom Holland pulling that shit off.
That
Have
was
a nigga
my-
go whoop.
That was
Oh,
my
yeah.
argument. That was my argument with Scarlett Johansson as Wonder Woman because she's like 5'3".
Yeah, body wise.
Yeah,
Body-
but Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. He's fucking super small, dude.
Yeah.
They just give him really big ass like his shoes. They've shown it on set.
Y lo ponen en
It's
Apple
not like a
set,
platform
Yeah,
like
but
that
like-
big.
But also he's in a suit of armor, so it doesn't really fucking matter either. Like he's fucking flying. Like Scarlett Johansson and Gal Gadot bodies look so drastically different. Scarlett Johansson is short and thick, and this chick is like long and athletic. It would have
It's
been
all
weird
about
to see
perspective.
her play an Amazonian.
Por eso.
She got
Body
too much.
shaming
She got
now,
too
then?
much booty
Is
for the
that what we're doing
Amazons.
now? We're body shaming women. Is that what we're gonna go with now?
She got too
No,
much
bro.
booty. She got too much booty for the Amazons, nigga. Scarlett Johansson is thick, nigga. Can't beat it. Can't be an Amazonian. Thicker than a snake,
She's
nigga.
fine. She's fine.
Fine as fuck, nigga.
What?
She's fine, nigga. For me, Scarlett Johansson is way finer than Gal Gadot, nigga. That's just my
Okay.
opinion, because she's thick and she's
I mean,
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
thick.
choices,
She's
bro.
looking good. Aquella
I
pues
think
era
they both
modelo.
look
She's like
ridiculously
this.
Yeah.
Exactly. O sea, pero o sea, no estamos diciendo que Gal Gadot no tiene buen cuerpo porque ella tiene buen cuerpo. Like, por algo era modelo, además de que era súper flaca. Pero poniéndolo en perspectiva de personaje y pendejada. ¿Sabes? Todo el mundo
Parece
está,
que Wonder Woman siempre se ve.
volviendo al principio, todo el mundo estaba jodiendo de que no querían a Gal Gadot ahí porque no, she wasn't thick. She didn't have any muscles. She didn't have shit. So, hello. Like, out there in that hill.
huh? She what you call it? We're gonna go to Sally's picks now. Sally's pick, like me, got the
I was
Momoa.
about to say that. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I kept quiet about that one. All right.
All right, so I think Momoa would have been a badass Craven.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah,
Es como que Khal Drogo meets a more vicious version of himself.
Mhm.
Like,
I
he's
think I
perfect
think
for
they
it.
offered it to him. They literally did offer it to him before they went with what's his face. They set out a list. They gave out a list, like they commented. Sony commented it on the people they offered that role to before they officially cast this kid.
Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, exactly.
They didn't do no fucking screen test.
I don't know.
They should have.
I wasn't
Okay.
in the room. I don't know.
Okay, I would like for Craven the Hunter to become super vicious, más que Venom.
No, that's solo eso. I would love
Yeah.
to see someone as big as. Let me rephrase that because I was about to come out wrong. I would like. No, listen. No, it wasn't because of that. No, it wasn't because of that. It would be a cool dynamic to see somebody as imposing as Jason Momoa also fighting.
It was like, let me. It
Also
was like,
fighting.
let
No,
me
because I was
check
gonna
my
say-
vocabulary on
No,
this.
because I was gonna say, oh, I would love to see somebody as big as Jason Momoa get cancer. Like that shit don't sound right. Like, that doesn't really sound right. So what I was trying to say was, I would be a cool dynamic to see on screen somebody as physically imposing as Jason Momoa, like battling something like cancer because you have this fucking person who's so big and beef and dude he's fighting something. He's fighting for his life in that movie. You know what I mean?
Nigga, that nigga has a movie like that. I mean, he's not fighting cancer, but he has a movie coming out pretty soon, I think, where his wife dies of cancer, and this nigga's like, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody in Pfizer.
Is that the
real?
little girl? Is that the one?
He has it's called Sweet Girl. It's a movie where
Sweet Girl.
his
That's
wife
the plot?
his wife gets cancer, and they promised her like a medicine. Then the people, like the company Pfizer, for instance, say, yeah, no, this medicine we're gonna take it off the market and like make it cost 9 times as much. So she dies, and he goes, Pfizer, I'm coming for you.
Time out. But wait a second. But in the movie, they show people coming after him, like trying to take him out. You trying to tell me that like Pfizer, Pfizer's the Red Room?
No, what happens? What happens is, I think a reporter calls him or some shit, and they meet up in a train, and he's like, "Yo, I have some information about this, that, and the other," and the Pfizer people send somebody to go stab the reporter, and Jason Momoa was there, and he's like, "Oh, Momoa seen it. We got to kill that nigga and his daughter too," and it just goes on from fucking.
You know where the outlets are at in Barcelona?
Yeah.
If you keep on going down, don't make a left because Pfizer's right there. You might not want to fuck with those.
I know.
Yeah. Nigga, pharmaceuticals.
You might want to keep on going straight. Forget that.
Oh yeah.
I love Zyrtec, by the way. I take Zyrtec every day for my allergies. So. Right on Pfizer, yo.
I forgot. We got Sully's last pick. Margot Robbie.
As Lady Deadpool.
Oh
my god. That would be epic.
Yeah, it would.
That should never even crossed my mind, but that shit would be fucking dope, yo.
Oh, that was
Think about it.
Nigga, have her as Gwenpool, nigga.
Gwenpool, cabrón, sí, yes.
Estaría súper.
Yes.
Yeah, Margot Robbie would be dope as fuck in that.
I wonder if this is the last time we'll see her as a Harley Quinn after the next Suicide Squad.
I think so, unless they announce something else. But I think so.
If it's up to her, probably not, because she says she wants to. She wants to continue. She wants to do that Poison Ivy shit.
Can you imagine if that spoiler? You guys saw the leaked images, right? Remember, did we cover that? We covered that on the last podcast, right?
The leaked images of what?
From the Flashpoint movie, from Flash movie.
Yeah, there's Michael Keaton. There's a spoiler right there.
Can you imagine if that's just her character in the movie?
That'd be weird.
It'd be funny though, because she doesn't mix into that movie at all. Like, it'd be funny if they had her and that's the huge fucking surprise. And it would also make sense because that could probably be the last movie on her fucking contract with them.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Do they niggas have contracts like that?
I think
Well, viniendo de la línea de Henry Cavill, yo creo que sí.
Because like Henry Cavill did what? 3 movies?
But he was still in contract. Ese es el detalle, por eso es que todo el mundo está con la pelea y tratando de hacerle justicia, porque él como quiera está en contrato con Warner Brothers, pero él no está haciendo nada. A él no lo están utilizando para nada. El contrato está como que en una gaveta. Who knows cuán largo, o sea, por cuánto tiempo era, o si ya se terminó. Y ya. We don't know jack shit about it. Por lo menos.
It's in the TVA en la gaveta useless things right next to the time stone.
Yeah.
El pasaporte que salía era el de él.
Yeah, exacto.
Yeah, all right, so
¿Te imaginas?
we're gonna go into what we seen this week or what this nigga want to see. Did anybody or did everybody get to see Fear Street? At least the first one or the second?
Yo las vi las dos ya.
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Yo todavía. Not the second one. Not the second one.
All right,
you haven't seen the second one?
Nope.
Sonny? Oh
Nope.
my god, this is gonna be hard to get into without spoilers.
You know what? I don't care about spoilers.
Really don't give a fuck about spoilers. All right, so y'all get started. Give me like a couple minutes. Get started. I'll be right back.
Dale.
What do you mean get started?
Nigga, like talk about the fucking film. What you mean?
First of all, hit that warning. We're about to delve into spoiler territory.
Yeah, y super spoiler.
Exacto.
All right, well, you already know. Lower your fucking volume, because here we go. How I say that shit and not take my fucking headphones off, yo.
I'm glad.
You out my shit.
I'm really glad. Exacto.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, yo. All right, go ahead. I'll be right back.
So I went into the second one a little hyped. I'm honestly like I was
Con la
shocked.
primera, right?
Exacto. I was shocked at how much I liked the first one.
Me
Or
too.
whatever. I wasn't expecting a little, and I got out like, coño, the first one was pretty good. Hasta el punto que yo le dije como que Nick, tú tienes que ver el primero y date chance, no lo veas back to back, because como que de la forma que termina la primera, I kind of bought the hype.
Mhm.
Like the little stinger at the end, I was like, oh shit, I'm kind of hyped for the second one. This fucking idiot wanted to watch them back to back. I was like, no. Give yourself a little time to process and then wait. I think he waited like a day or 2 days before he saw the second one or whatever. Pero la segunda me gustó. Sí, hubieron momentos como la primera where it is cheesy. There are some cheese moments. This one had a little bit more like, I kind of went like this, like I was crossing my eyes at some of the stuff. But then when the action started picking up, the deaths and stuff like that, it got really, really interesting towards the end.
Exacto.
Creo que se ganan el premio por el peor prop del mundo. Con la manita esa.
La mano.
Oh, fuck yeah. Eso por lo menos lo vi. I saw pictures of that
Eso
shit.
fue el prop más tecato que yo he visto en mi vida. But it was funny. It's like their new MacGuffin in the fucking movie or whatever. And the way it ended, I thought was pretty cool or whatever. At one point, I was like, "What the fuck?" So then, who's the chick in the future? I didn't know which two of the sisters at one point was gonna survive.
Exacto, eso yo me confundía al principio y decía, ¿cuál es la que sobrevive?
Yeah,
Como que legit, I was like, hasta llegó un punto que yo dije, ¿será que la que sobrevive otra y ella está contando como lo que vio? A ese punto.
No, exacto, no, en un momento cuando murieron las dos, yo dije, se jodió, la que está en el cuarto es la bruja. I was like, la que está en la casa la bruja. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh no, okay, she woke up.
Por eso, like, yo pensé lo mismo.
That's the way she beat it. Yeah, because you have to die supposedly to beat it. So that's the way that she beat it. Spoilers. She got stabbed and she came back, which, coño, a little bit of CPR brings back somebody getting stabbed like Swiss cheese. But I mean, it works, I guess. Like, very gratuitous with the sex in this one. But I guess that's what they were going for, porque es un pequeño homenaje a like the
Friday the 13th,
slasher, Friday the 13th, all those movies where people just getting laid left and right. I have to say the way that I didn't pick up, stupid me, that the guy that picked up the axe, her boyfriend, was literally the axe killer.
The axe killer.
Hasta que pendejamente le cayó el saco en la cabeza, and I was like, oh.
Yo me di cuenta por la camisa, cuando él se pone el jacket rojo, yo dije, wait a second, como que, is this? Pero obviamente, como no estoy entendiendo el lore, lo estamos entendiendo mientras lo estamos viendo. Hay ciertas cositas que como que sí me confunden porque, o sea, like el tree, desde la primera parte yo sabía que ese árbol tenía que ver algo, ese árbol, it was like, ver un árbol en el medio de un mall is never good, like legitimately, como que no es eco-friendly ni nada por el sentido. Nope. Pero cuando lo vi por la primera vez como que me dio algo, como que, y viendo que esta segunda parte le dan énfasis a que sí está como que curse y ahí es que estaba la mano, es como que awesome. Pero hay cositas que me confundían dentro y conté que la vi 2 veces, como que había cositas que me perdí y yo decía como que, pero como que hay cosas
yo no entiendo cómo la muchacha del principio,
la de
la primera parte, yo no entiendo, la novia yo entiendo, pero yo no entiendo cómo la protagonista es cursed. I don't get it.
Yo pienso que y como que lo pensé la primera vez y cuando vi la segunda parte,
She's an ancestor of the witch. Okay, that would make sense because I don't understand. She wasn't there. She didn't crash into the shit. She was already bleeding from her nose when the bus. When the situation happened with the bus, ya estaba sangrando la nariz.
Eso es lo que yo no entiendo. El curse activa porque quiere. Como que no me tienes que tocar, me activo porque al principio de la película, ¿qué pasa para que se active el curse en primer lugar? Como que legitly en el mall. ¿Qué es lo que pasa en el mall que hace?
Exacto. Lo que yo entiendo es desde que mataron a la bruja, como mataron a la bruja en like that city or whatever, that country, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the whole town is fucking cursed, like forever.
Okay.
Or whatever. Yeah. And they keep on emphasizing that. It's like, it's not the murder capital of the world, but people are always getting murked left and right
Mhm.
or whatever. There's bad juju, there's bad vibes going on there. There's like mysterious murders. Not even I don't think there's even like they hint at murders not even being related to the stuff that happens with the witch. Like it's just a fucked up place to live. At least what's it called? Shady
Es
Oaks?
que está dividido, está
Shadyville.
Shady Oaks y el otro.
Sunnyvale.
Está
I thought it was Shadyville.
Ya, pero por eso, Shadyville y Sunnyvale es como que Sunnyvale es la sección de la gente snob y
Exacto. Y da gracia porque siguen machacando el hecho de que la división socioeconómica y el odio entre los dos lugares ha existido desde el tiempo de las brujas o whatever.
que obviamente vamos a ver que el lado de Sony, como se diga, the rich people van a ser los opresores de la bruja obligados.
Los Puritans. Los
Yeah.
Puritans o whatever.
Ahí entonces I have to interject para decir que la tercera parte,
Yeah,
Here's
the one that
343, 1666. A colony is gripped by a hysterical witch hunt that has deadly consequences for centuries to come. Meanwhile, the teenagers in 1994 and 1978 to finally put an end to the town's curse before it's too late. So esa es la premisa de la tercera parte.
Yeah.
Porque exacto, lo que pasó en las dos anteriores se va a evitar en la primera parte, pero yo dije vacilando, are they gonna time travel? Y
Yeah.
cuando fucking acaba la segunda parte,
Pero tú crees que are they
Aparece el
really
TVA.
traveling? Are they really time traveling or she
No,
has visions of her past?
pero es que, mano, a mí me molestan ciertas películas. Like, I don't know how the world works en el mundo real, por decirlo. Yo no sé si yo tengo un ancestro que se parece exactamente a mí.
Can't time
Pero,
travel. I'll tell you right now, we can't time travel.
no. Pero que en el pasado yo tengo un ancestro que es igual que yo, like the same portrait y todo. Eso es lo que a mí me molesta en las películas. Entonces, de repente vemos en el tráiler que están todos los que se murieron en el pueblo, están vivos en 1966. So, tienen también ancestros. Pueden ser ancestros, pero loco que se parezcan tanto, eso me molesta. Como que
Yeah,
really
that's how you save money on the budget, man, nigga. Keep
Yeah.
the same actor, son.
Ellos le están pagando lo mismo.
Está bien, porque hay un montón de personajes que están en el futuro, obviamente. Yo vi una foto que sé que hay un... Is your...
Hey,
Bruh.
I said that privately. I didn't post that on the fucking feed. Okay?
Puedes decirlo, a mí me lo han dicho ya un montón de veces. Like, legit,
Are you serious?
yo
No.
quiero hacer un cosplay de él o quiero disfrazarme de él en
Yes.
Halloween.
Pues mira, te digo, hay una convención en...
¿Ah?
Tú tienes como la voz del locutor que él tiene. Like,
Sí.
Pero mira, hablando claro, hay una convención, no la voy a promocionar porque no me han pagado para hacerlo, pero hay una convención cerca en Ponce, o sea, que, pronto en Ponce, so, I don't know.
Remy
Yeah.
Con?
Yo sé con en Ponce. At the end of the month.
Pero una convención de él.
No.
No, pero que él puede hacer
okay.
el cosplay de Remy
Oh,
allí.
okay.
Yo voy a hacer el
You have to
cosplay.
film that. You have to film that if you go over there.
Si lo hace, diablo, yo me
Voy a
muero.
hacer
Yo
de-
creo que tú
voy a-
ganas. Tú
Voy a
ganas.
hacer de Remy.
So I will say this. I'm gonna be honest with you. You have used that concept before of like your ancestor is literally the spitting image of yourself in the future.
Ya, lo he hecho en un montón de películas, pero...
It's funny though. I do get what you're saying because I was like, even if si en lo que ella está haciendo es un flashback, ¿verdad? O ella está viajando en el tiempo, ¿cómo caramba llega el hermano?
Es que esa es la cuestión, porque hay una aquí me voy a poner medio, like nitpicky, me dio la impresión de que, why Lex, ¿por qué me pone?
Porque sí, dale, síguelo. ¡Oh, shit!
Qué cabrón tú eres.
De que, mira la cabeza así, mira la cabecita así, como que.
De la.
Pasar por nuestro planeta.
Se corta la barba un poquito, ¿sabes? Se la pega un poquito más y ya.
Ajá. Y vamos a salvar nuestro planeta. Like, yeah, yo no se lo quería decir, pero yo voy a hacer el biopic de Remy. Y yo voy a hacer de John Remy. Like, bro, like...
Yes. Por favor, yes.
Go on with the theory. Go ahead.
Ok, es que hay un cierto manerismo que tiene el hermano de ella en el pasado que me hace pensar que es el mismo hermano, es el hermano y no es un antepasado. No sé si me entienden. Como
Yes.
que hay manerismo a través del tiempo. Y es como unas acciones que él hace y como que en la forma que él está como que legítimamente es el mismo nene. O sea, no es que sea...
It's like we was talking last night, nigga. It's Black Knight, nigga. It's like Martin Lawrence back in the fucking what you call it. He does shit.
Pero no será que cuando
that,
ella tocó eso, todos ellos se transferieron entonces a sus antepasados. Like, I don't know.
When I was gone, what did y'all say about the first one? Did y'all speak about the deaths?
No, hablamos de cómo se activa el curse, que habían cosas que no hacían sentido.
I was watching the movie and Miguel had like called me. He was hyping up the movie and shit. And one of the things that Miguel said was like, yo, it got like grotesque all of a sudden. And I was like, yo, I'm waiting. I was like, Miguel's getting old. I didn't see. I was like, what the fuck is the thing? And when I seen this bitch's head start getting split open, I was like, God, because that happens always towards the ending. So I'm looking at the movie and I'm like, what the fuck was Miguel talking about? I didn't see. Holy shit! Like, I'm like, God.
Not only that, but
es que la primera muerte, la que sigue apuñalando a la tipa, like, bro.
That was a little bit like.
I mean, it wasn't that was scream shit. It wasn't that grotesque to me.
¿Tú sabes cuál es el problema? Yo creo que el problema es que a ti te enseñan el stabbing de una manera bastante cruda, en el sentido de que you see the knife go in y tú no te esperas el cut hasta un ratito después.
Yeah, like,
ese es el
that mannerism happens.
I do have kids. Y hacen la misma mierda que yo. Yeah.
But you wanna be honest with two things. Sully, I think you're right. Or whatever. The thing that kind of grossed me out was like the sound effects. And the constant stabbing motion while it was in the movie, I was like, damn, this is kind of fucked. And they're now that you're older, you're like, yo, they're like young kids. They're like fucking young kids in like their 16s. They're not in their 20s. Like, it's kind of fucked up. And then another thing that we're talking about the theory de que yo te la voy a dar. Me quiero poner muy controversial, pero something's not right. I don't know how I'm going to say this, but they time travel, right? Or and slavery wasn't abolished until 18 something. So they're living in a time period of slavery, and he looked like he was just like gallivanting around town.
Nigga, what you didn't hear in the background?
It's a Puritan place, so they're like extremely fucking racist.
Nigga, you gotta rewind. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it again. In the background, you get somebody grab that nigger.
Yep.
I can't even laugh at that. I'm sorry.
You can't laugh on that on camera. Get the fuck out of here. No, grab that nigger roof.
Okay. We apologize for Nick's blatant racism on this podcast. Anyways, moving on. Awkward.
Pero, yeah. The first one, those stab wounds weren't like.
Es que lo que pasa es también, a lo mejor, por decirlo así, a mí no me gusta mucho el terror, yo siempre lo he dicho, ni el horror, y a veces pues ciertas matanzas, como yo no estoy acostumbrado a ver este tipo de películas, a lo mejor para algunas, para mí, van a ser más fuertes que para otras personas. Y por ejemplo, ¿cómo te digo? Yo por lo menos en el repertorio de cosas que he visto, como que yo no he visto una víctima como que suplicarle al killer, no me mates por favor, como que es mi pana matándome. So en ese contexto yo lo encontré gruesome, porque era como que la tipa estaba como que, porque tú me estás matando, tú eres como que mi pana, what the hell. Y yo, o sea, como ese continuo y ella suplicándole, para mí fue fuerte en ese sentido, porque yo no estoy acostumbrado a este tipo de películas. Y
porque el que tú supliques está a su mano.
Ajá.
Y estamos viendo algo que es fake, o sea, estamos viendo algo que es fake, pero con esa psicología pues te están jodiendo la mente. Eso es lo único.
I'm gonna be honest, I like horror movies, and even this movie wasn't unbearable, but it did reach a point where I was like, man, fuck, like the fucking it keeps you on your feet, and that's a good feeling. But I was just like, yeah, this is kind of fucking gruesome. Again, as I get older, I'm like.
Pero la del pan estuvo asquerosa.
Yeah, no, la del pan fue buenísimo, and you thought they were gonna survive, and then they just started fucking taking people out.
Nigga, that's what happened, nigga. That you're going towards the ending of the movie, and I'm like, shit. It looks like they're all gonna fucking survive. I guess it was like that, and then nigga, like, all of it. I was watching. I'm like, okay, somebody's gonna stop it. It's not gonna happen. When it happened, I was like, holy shit. And then this nigga caught the machetazo, the fucking axe and shit. That shit came out of nowhere. And I fucking like that character too, yo.
I was laughing.
Es que, mira, ahora mismo estoy viendo las muertes otra vez y me estoy spoileando la segunda película completa porque estoy viendo todas las muertes así sucesivamente. Lo que
Sin
estoy
tenerle
notando
cariño a los personajes. Es como que.
es como, oh, chévere,
There's no
qué
context
sé
there.
yo, blood spilling, raspberry jam y toda esa mierda. Pero estoy viendo que like, how do I put this? Fuck. Cuando tú vienes a ver, they move very realistically. En el sentido de que hay otras películas que tú ves que el movimiento, pues, ok, lo mataron ya, se desplomó. Chévere, no, aquí esto, ahí se están moviendo, sometimes they're still breathing y aquí a veces, ¿sabes? They know how to kill people in this movie.
Yeah.
Es que ellos gastaron presupuesto en aprender cómo matar gente y por eso tenían props tan mierda. Eso es.
Sí.
Like, they were killing
Pero
hobos.
cuando los props son más mierda, mejores se ven las muertes. I don't know about you, that's what I love about that
Por eso.
movies and B-rated movies.
Donde Netflix gastó todo el presupuesto en esta película. The motherfucking soundtrack. Oh my God.
La licencia, yeah, of course. La licencia,
Quiero hacer una pausa.
Spend on this in terms of music.
Tú sabes que yo llevo 16 años de mi vida buscando cómo se llamaba una canción. Y esta película.
Nigga, forever, no matter what happens, no matter how old I get, nigga, that will always resonate with fucking Supernatural. As soon as it happened, I was like, oh, Dean and Sam are about to fucking
Bro,
pop
yo
out,
me sé
nigga.
lo mismo, yo.
I was like, oh, this is the crossover, nigga.
Yo me emocioné porque yo dije, Dean y Sam, y ellos querían hacer un prequel. Este es el intro del prequel. Como que, like, I was...
I'm gonna bring your 20-year-long journey to an end. The song is called Carry On.
No, bro, ese no es. Hablador, hablaste de más. Bro.
Which one is it?
La de Pixies, There's a Devil Between Us. La que sale al final de la primera parte. Ella le hace un soundtrack y ella le pone la canción y la canción dice, hey, there's a devil between us. Es de The Pixies. Esa canción, like, legitly, no me estoy tirando en medio de nada, pero that was my first kiss with that song. And it was playing.
Oh, freseo.
Yeah.
What did you say?
What cute.
Like,
Mira,
like,
pregunta.
What you say?
Antes de
Fuck
que me... Fuck you, Lex.
No, es que I didn't understand. All I heard was I made my son with that song, and I was like,
no, bro. My first kiss.
Where the fuck did you get that from? That he did not say that at all.
I'm here.
No, mira, faltaba que Miguel lo dijera, pero me dejó guindando. Pero una pregunta para spoilearme lo último. ¿Ella termina matando al chamaquito? Like,
¿A cuál chamaquito?
like the guy that's killing everybody with the mask? Like,
Yeah, they killed...
ella con la pala, ¿verdad?
No. Ella le tira con la pala, él la bloquea tipo anime, la echa para atrás y le da a ella. Es como que ella no hizo absolutamente nada con la pala.
Pero ese no es el tipo de... That's not the guy with the skull mask.
No, pero es que lo que pasa es que a lo último, ella le está... She's decapitating someone, no voy a decir, she's decapitating someone, pero como está envuelto en una sábana, no sé, parece que está dormido por el carajo, pero está envuelto en una sábana y yo dije, coño, ¿y si mató a otra persona?
No, después explican en la película por qué es que lo pueden decapitar.
By the way, did anybody capture the similarity to Stranger Things?
Stranger Things, asqueroso.
They have one of the actresses. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
They have two of the actresses. They have the girl that plays Robbie.
Sadie Sink.
Yeah,
is one of them.
Robbie, and then this
Robin.
La muchacha, la hija de
Robin, se llama Robin el personaje.
Uma Thurman.
Oh,
Uma Thurman
yes.
Maya Hawke.
Yeah.
Back to Ethan Hawke, nigga, not Ethan Hawke.
She's alive in the third part also. Es como que tenemos todos estos personajes de vuelta. Es como que...
Yeah, the similarity to Stranger Things, I was like, oh, look, another red gelatinous shit growing out of where the villain is coming from. And then that pulsating thing near the fucking tree, I was like, that's like from Stranger Things. ¿Cómo se llama esa mierda?
El Demogorgon, no, ese era el...
Yeah, the Demogorgon from the
No, pero ese no era Demogorgon ya, eso era otra cosa.
¿Qué cosa? No es el Demogorgon, no es el Mind Flayer.
Tierra Tesla o qué sé yo, el que era Blob Thing.
Tesla Hydra.
Tesla Hydra.
Tesla Hydra, pero el Globe, eso bien exagerado, en realidad no es un Tesla Hydra, eso es otra cosa.
All right, well, I got those Mad Stranger Things vibes. I was like, wow, you guys kind of like took a couple of elements here from the other movie. They're not the same directors, right?
No son los Duffel Brothers.
No son los Duffer Brothers.
No.
Okay. Pues coño, they took a lot
Pero
Era Netflix, era.
yo estoy loca por ver un Tesla Hydra en Stranger Things, no joke.
Yeah, like
joke.
legitimately. Sí, pero es que yo me confundí porque el monstruo del hospital, yo creo que fue Funko entonces que le puso, like, tú sabes que Funko le pone los nombres a la figura y estoy tratando de buscar cuál es el nombre que ellos le pusieron a la figura. Por eso es que estoy confundido, como que, like, I want to know cuál es el... Porque el que del hospital no le pusieron el mismo nombre que al último.
No, porque... Ok, veré que buscarlo, me cago en la madre. Because si veo el nombre de la jodienda esa, o sea, de ese del hospital que estamos hablando, si lo veo, yo te puedo decir cuál monstruo es, ¿entiendes?
Wow, ellos fueron bien originales, le pusieron Monster. No le pusieron ni nombre. Por eso no me acordaba el nombre. Monster.
Of course.
So the movie per se, I like the second one. Did I like the first one more? It's kind of cheating because the first one establishes, like, you know, the characters and the lore. Of course, you're gonna like the first one, I think, in my opinion. Pero la segunda también estaba buena, no estaba. I wouldn't say it was bad. I like it.
A mí la fórmula que trae la película me gusta, como que te deja juqueado para que vean las tres partes, porque les funcionó. O sea, like legitly, yo estaba como que la primera, I was very sketchy con esta película, y en la forma que acabó la primera, like, I was like, damn. Y este mini trailer que ponen de la segunda, like, eso me emocionó. Yo, this is kind of cool.
Nick, who's the person you said was the same person in the first one, the nurse?
The nurse, she takes care. The nurse comes out in the first one. They in the first one, remember where the skeleton nigga comes up? So the chick is babysitting these two black girls, and they tell them to put the pills. Remember, she goes, she's like, okay. She takes the little girls to the neighbor's house, and the lady was like, "Is everything all right?" That lady plays the nurse in the second one.
Y el negrito que le da la tarjeta, ese negrito, por eso es que estoy pensando que esto va a ser time travel. Yo vi en uno de los trailers que ese negrito está con la ropa en el pueblo, like en el pueblo de las brujas. Y eso es lo que estoy diciendo, como que aquí va a haber time travel.
Because doesn't he say like, oh, like, call me when you need me, or like you're gonna need me, or some shit like that?
Ajá, ya, y le da una tarjeta. Y ese mismo negro sale en el pueblo. No sé si es que al final ellos van a ese pueblo, por decirlo así, que ese pueblo todavía exista.
That's what I'm saying. It is very confusing how they're gonna fucking pull this off, because it feels like it's reminiscent of what happened with Army of the Dead, where that little scene came out and we all started questioning, are these motherfuckers in a time loop? Did they go back in time and shit? That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I did not finish seeing the second one. I got like halfway in.
To see the second one, I literally saw it today for the podcast, and you haven't finished watching the goddamn movie.
Nigga, this was your idea, nigga. You said fucking watch this and shit. I said I watched the first one and a half, but
I don't give a fuck about spoilers, so I just look for shit so I can talk about it.
What my question was, right, is the chick that's alive in the first movie, C. Berman or some shit like that. And in the second one, she's the chick with the brown hair, right? She's
what chick?
She's the older sister, no?
No, she's the younger sister.
She's the redhead?
Yes. Because you didn't see the fucking movie to the end. That's why.
So all right, but then we should go, because I was like,
what happens is they get chased out. They get chased out by a whole bunch of monsters. The older sister tries to defend the younger one, right? So she could get away. It's not like that, right?
Yeah.
Ya, no es eso. Es que ahora me puse a pensar en la mierda de prop que estábamos hablando de la mano. Y no, me puse a pensar que parece un guante. Y ahora me pongo a pensar, el esqueleto del principio, él tenía el guante. Like el primer killer que sale en la película. Porque es que parece ese mismo tipo de traje, es lo que quiero decir, y no entendemos cómo es que sale el primer curse, y el primer asesino que tenemos es un tipo vestido de esqueleto, y el prop parece una mano de esqueleto de un disfraz bien mierda. Like, I'm literally...
I didn't see the skeleton guy.
Point is, all the monsters.
Yo acabo de ver The Skeleton Guy, pero no me fijé en la mano y no creo tampoco.
Por eso, pero entiendes lo que estoy diciendo, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
So the killers
Yes.
catch the sisters, they kill them both, but the redheaded one survives because the guy that's the cop in the future, he gives her CPR, and from 16 to 15 stab wounds automatically gets sealed up by giving her CPR.
Ese policía me da vibes de que ese cabrón tiene que ver una mierda, o sea, ese cabrón no es bueno. Como que legitly, no sé si es que estoy influenciado.
It's kind of creepy. And then they kind of put that whole thing where they made him look like a pedo too. Like, you're one of the counselors. She's the young
¿De qué? Estoy viendo el video. Mala mi amiga, te está como que escuchando bien lejos. Pero estoy viendo el video, estoy viendo las manos del tipo del esqueleto y no tiene como que nada así tan llamativo en la mano. Like, tan, you know.
That sheriff nigga, we're supposed to relate to the sheriff nigga. ¿Usted se imagina
que sea que el guante, o sea, lo que ellos tengan no sea lo que es? Y por eso fue que la bruja hizo como que fuck it, te voy a enseñar el pasado, como que usted no va...
Yo pienso que el ancestro del sheriff, o sea, el sheriff en el futuro obviamente es el chamaquito en la que la salva a ella. Pero yo, para mí, and remember, he's from Sunnyvale. He's not from the I think remember he said my dad was always like, oh, you're my legacy. All the family's fucking history lies on you. I think they're the family that initially kills the witch. Or whatever.
Que por eso él no le crea a ella. O sea, escoge no creerla a ella.
Exacto. Yo creo
que no es que le crea, es que dice como que I'm not gonna help you.
Yeah. I think his family is the one that kills or hangs the girl or whatever. You know what I mean? And it could be, damn, it could be like they hanged that girl and she wasn't even a witch. Maybe she was trying to uncover the real fucked up people doing all the satanic stuff, which are them.
Por eso, es que yo siento que eso va a ser lo que va a pasar. Como que el witch no es el malo, lo que es.
Damn, that'd be fucked up. They named the whole city. They put a whole fucking lore around the city over something that never even happened. Like, that'd be crazy.
Es que eso obligado, eso es el twist va a ser eso. Like
Sunnyvale is gonna collapse.
What?
That Sunnyvale nigga is just gonna collapse. Didn't that happen like at the end of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Didn't like the whole town just like collapse and shit?
Yeah, but it was because it was built on a hellmouth. Like literally, it was built on a fucking.
Nigga, that's what's gonna happen with fucking Sun. Wasn't it called Sunnyvale too? Some shit like that.
Sunnyvale? Hi. Yeah,
I know. In the fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I think the town was like
Sunnydale.
Sunnydale.
Es que estoy leyendo aquí algo de Stranger Things, pero ya yo sabía que ustedes venían por ahí con lo de Buffy the Vampire Slayer, porque no puede ser que sea tan obvio como que ponerle Sunnyvale cuando está en la referencia Sunnydale, que es un fucking portal al infierno.
I remember, we saw, I mean, Buffy's originally like an 80s flick. Or a 90s flick.
90s flick, yeah.
So it's like un homenaje. It could be un homenaje, un little pequeño homenaje a...
Hopefully, porque la película fue una total porquería, pero la serie obviamente pues was super successful.
It was cheesy. The 90s movie was just cheesy. It was fucking funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, nigga.
Okay.
I thought it was fucking
I had such a fucking crush on that girl growing up. Oh my god.
Oh fuck yeah.
Did she play Sonya? Did she play Sonya Blade or some shit? No. In none of the two Mortal Kombat?
No.
Jesus Christ. She played. Remember the movie The Phantom?
Yeah.
She played the love interest of the Phantom. She played
Damn,
in this movie where Charlie Sheen robs a fucking car and goes on a high-speed chase.
You fucking took me back with the Phantom. Holy shit, nigga.
He takes her hostage. And goes like on a high-speed chase down fucking California or whatever.
Nigga, didn't they have? I think, nigga, I could have swore. I think they had the Phantom ring as a Happy Meal, like in Subway or some shit.
Yeah. And then she was also in Big Daddy. She was the girlfriend that she's the girlfriend that goes to she cheats on him with the older dude.
And she's with Jon Stewart?
No, she's the girlfriend that cheats on Adam Sandler with the older guy.
Yeah. He goes to visit her and he says some shit about
And
his
he's like,
own balls. Or some
Yeah.
shit. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
What are we talking about? Like
We're
legitimately.
talking about
Buffy
that
the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the
Ah.
Vampire Slayer, and we were saying that it's a show from the 90s, but also the movie is a 90s, so it could be a reference, pequeño homenaje a Sunnydale from the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie.
Yeah.
And then we were saying, I told them that I had a crush on that actress, like the pequeño or whatever, y que ya salió un montón de cosas.
Buffy?
Yeah, the one from the movie though.
Okay.
Right?
Sorry, guy.
No, yeah, because Sarah Michelle Gellar's cute, but I thought that chick was like super, super hot. The one from the movie.
Eh,
So yeah,
y
I enjoyed it.
Todo esto es basado en libros de R.L. Stein, ¿verdad?
Arlstein, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? I forgot the other chick. What was the other Slayer's name? Faith?
Faith, yeah.
Elisa Dushku? Yo, I had such a crush on that bitch. What?
Oh yeah, Faith. It's high. See,
Faith
yeah,
was, yo,
yeah.
Faith
Si me
was
voy a
fun,
coger
son.
entre Buffy or Faith, yeah, Faith all the way.
Mhm.
5x5.
She turns she turns good at the end.
Not really.
Doesn't she go to Angel? Didn't she go to like the Angel show for some time?
Yeah, she does, pero ella como quiera, she's still an asshole inside por todas las cosas que ella ha vivido. Ella lo único que sintió fue como que super remorse y como que pues she couldn't do anything with her life. Básicamente, like ella no puede reemplazar a Buffy, ella no puede ser Buffy. O sea, ella no puede reemplazar a Buffy, ella no puede ser Buffy, so she's left with this empty void porque ella le hicieron creer que she was this amazing hero when she's not.
Wasn't
She's
there
fucking
like
deranged.
wasn't there like 3 vampire slayers at one time? Then wasn't there a black one?
Yes, and she got killed like in 5 minutos. That was so stupid.
There was a bunch of chosen near the end. There was like a little army of chosens,
Sí,
but they got
porque-
fucking off because they were too young. They weren't trained.
No, lo que pasa es que siempre dicen que there's only one Slayer, pero en realidad pasan tantas y tantas mierdas que
Yeah.
cuando Buffy she dies, pues tiene que haber otra.
Fucking
So,
people.
at the end of everything, como que at the end of everything es como que
Nigga, you never saw Buffy?
Yo, el primer episodio que vi de Buffy resultó que era el último episodio de la serie, so no.
El último episodio de WB before it went to UPN. So they had it finished and then it went on like on another channel for a bit.
Ellos iban a pelear contra like this majestic war y yo decía como que this doesn't make sense.
That
Como
Buffy
que,
dies.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they were gonna,
That was the WB ending. Yeah,
ahí,
But she comes back.
she comes
She
back,
comes
but
back.
they changed from the WB to the UPN.
Oh, pues, like, legitimately, yo pensé que ese era el último episodio. I was like,
I think you can
I'm-
watch it on WAPA. I mean, not
no.
WAPA. I think you can watch it on Netflix. WAPA.
You
That's
can
probably,
actually
that's
watch
probably
it.
where you watched it on WAPA. Like,
Yeah.
no, legitimately, pudo ser que sí, que yo lo haya visto en Guapa porque era en español, o Tele 11 era el que daba Buffy, by the way. Y vi eso como que, ¿y crees que estamos listos? Y salió un dragón gigantesco volando. No creo que estemos listos para esto. Y ahí se acabó.
that's Angel. That's not
Uh-huh.
Buffy. That's Angel. The
That's-
dragon is Angel. The ending to Angel is like that they're in an alleyway and there's a shitload and then a fucking dragon comes out. That's Angel. That's not
Oh.
Buffy. That's
That's
Angel.
even
Buffy
worse.
sale.
Un dragón.
Sí.
Nigga, you know Spike is also Brainiac.
Yeah, Brainiac. I know, pero no
I
quería
know,
decir.
goddammit. We all have ADHD. We're going in too many directions. There's a fucking dragon at the end of Buffy. I thought the ground opens up and it tries to swallow everybody, and that was the
No,
goddamn
no,
Nigga,
pero
it depends
cuando
on
de
what
que dice,
ending.
cuando
Has
de
to
que
ending.
dice que Buffy se está muriendo, o sea, she dies, que ese dice que era el último episodio, pero like a dragon comes out of the void or out of the portal y
Did
esa
I miss
pendeja.
this?
No,
Uh-huh.
you look it up.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
How the
like-
fuck did I miss this?
That's what I'm saying. That show had 2 different endings. Because it was supposed to end with that, and then something happened. They were like, "Oh, let's bring it back." And I think at that time the CW was still the WB, and they
Yeah.
was like,
Let me tell
"Nah, fuck that.
Let me
Take it
tell
to UPN."
That show is problematic, and I'm pretty sure that's why they haven't brought it back, because there's like a season where like literally Spike is raping Buffy. Like he's taking advantage of her, like sexually, like literally over a group of people. Like while everybody's celebrating downstairs, he's literally raping her, and she's saying no. Like I don't want to do this. And he
He
forces
doesn't
himself.
rape her. Like él se le forcejea, sí, pero she takes a stand and
Nigga,
she leaves.
that's nigga. That's why it's a show for those times, nigga. For those times, you could be like, no, but is that actually yes, nigga? Like, you can't
Yeah,
get away with that type of shit now, nigga. What?
I think it was on
Those are
Netflix.
built
If you want to
different.
watch it from beginning to end, I think it was on Netflix at one
Don't
point.
está
worry,
en
I don't
bro.
know.
Hulu.
Like
It's
they
actually in
did
Hulu.
Don't worry. Like Buffy no es
It's a
una
good.
cosa.
It's a good fucking series, dude.
It is
It's a
good.
good
It was
series.
really
It's
cool.
good.
Buffy está cabrona.
La que yo veía era, y se me olvida el nombre, eran la de las tres brujas, Charm. Esa era la serie que yo veía.
Charmed, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's okay. Like, yo no. O sea, yo veía series que a mí me gustaban y
I
Buffy a mí no me gustaba.
I
I
didn't
used
see
to watch
Charm.
Charm.
You suck.
I didn't
I
see
used to watch
Charm.
Charm.
I didn't see Charm really that much.
It's okay. Es la competencia. I know que era la
No,
competencia barata de Buffy.
espérate, vale, there was no competition here.
Yeah, there was no
There was no
yeah.
Don't shit on
competition here when it
Buffy,
came
nigga.
to
Don't shit on
Buffy. And
Buffy.
Charm was always second place. I used to watch
Hey,
Charm
watch out.
también, and it was like, no era lo mismo, perdóname.
Charmed era más dramático cuando vienes a ver. Charmed
Yeah,
era un poquito más dramático.
era como un poquito más
I
emocional.
know there was
Yeah.
another show that I never saw, and then years after it finished, like I read about it, and I was like, "Get the fuck out!" I think there was a show called like Felicity that looked like just a college drama, and then all of a sudden it ends with like time travel and witches and shit.
Yep. Yep.
Felicity ended with time travel and witches. Are you fucking
Nigga,
kidding me right now?
Did you see
What the
Felicity?
fuck?
I
I remember it
never
used to come
seeing
on.
it.
I remember I used to fucking watch it used to come on after Dawson's Creek.
Nigga, yeah, it was the Dawson's Creek block, nigga, and I remember never like. The only thing I remember from when that show was out was
And
like
I remember
she
somebody
cut
gets
her
hit by
hair.
a car. Somebody gets hit by a car, right?
All I know is she had this big curly like frizzy hair, and then she cut her hair. She had like a little Jufro, and then people started going fucking crazy.
She had
So she had like shorter hair.
What?
She had a Jufro, nigga. She had a little Jufro. What the
You
fuck?
trying to get us canceled? What the fuck is the matter with you?
We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled.
It's fucking, nigga. She had like a little Jufro and shit, and I never saw the show. And then years later, I read about it, and it was like, yo, J.J. Abrams made the show with some shit. And the
That makes
commercials,
so much sense now.
nigga, that's what I'm saying. I remember the commercials. I was like, this is just like, you know, some Dawson's Creek shit. And then like I read it, yo, this bitch like goes back in time or some shit.
Wow. How about Dark Angel? Does anybody remember that one?
What?
Dark Angel? The one
With Invisible Woman, Jessica Alba. No?
yeah.
Jessica Alba, yeah, I remember that shit.
That one started out. That one started out with she was like a military experiment, or they were breeding children, kind of like the Black Widow. We'll talk about that later. And then all of a sudden, you start getting like mutants with like animals spliced into them or whatever.
Nigga,
like
that was
mutants like a tiger. Like what the hell?
Sweet Tooth, nigga. Those fucking half animals, half fucking people and shit. Didn't Dean come on that show?
I think he might have played like one of the other.
He played
soldiers,
like somebody that she knew when she was a kid or some shit.
yeah, one of the other soldiers, like one of the other child experimentations or whatever.
Nigga, just look to the side real quick. Decade, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
Hey, pay attention.
Bro, es que estoy buscando, like, legitly dijeron Dark Angel, and legitly I'm trying to see si es la serie que yo pienso que era.
La Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba y un tipo en una silla de ruedas.
Yes.
Yes.
Espérate, why
Okay.
am I remembering this? Why
Por
is
eso-
this so familiar?
Es que me da
It was a
miedo
pretty good
que...
show when it started.
No, me da miedo que I didn't remember it, y cuando lo dijeron empezó popping out todos los episodios y yo como que...
Ajá.
O sea,
Yeah, ella es un experimento supuestamente de una. She's literally like a mixture of like Black Widow and the little girl from number 13 from Stranger Things, but she doesn't have like she just has like super soldier abilities. She can't do anything with her mind or anything like that, and she needs like medication to stay alive porque le da seizures. Yeah,
holy sh...
yeah, dude. It ran for like I don't know how many
I mean,
seasons.
what's the name?
Dark Angel.
Dark Angel.
Yeah.
Wow,
This
why am I
show-
remembering
This
this?
this show came out before Alias, and I remember when Alias came out, I was like, "Yo, this is kind of like a ripoff of Dark Angel, in a way that you got like somebody that's really good at like espionage, and you're sending her into places, and there's like this weird thing between mentor and girl." Yeah,
Damn, why am I remembering this, dude? No,
Por
don't
eso,
go this
it was
path.
erased of my mind y empecé a acordarme y por alguna razón me acordé de Kyle X and Y y es como que ¿por qué me estoy acordando de todas estas series ahora?
No, vamos
Voy
a,
a
no,
mandar-
no,
No, no,
vamos a
no,
tirar
no,
por
no.
ahí. No,
No,
vamos a
no es
tirar
eso,
por
no
ahí.
es, no
Yo
es
los voy a
eso.
mandar, yo los voy a mandar un viaje más todavía. ¿Quién vio esa serie de superhéroes con el negrito que se llamaba The Mantis?
What the fuck?
Nobody remembers that shit? The Mantis? He was a paraplegic and he was a superhero. When he put on a suit, he could walk and do a whole bunch of crazy.
Dark Angel, nigga.
Superior human. What did any of this?
Like, that quality is
Barcode
horrible.
Connect Max.
Esa es la calidad de los 90, bro.
Exactly, nigga. Oh, James Cameron, nigga.
Somebody is looking for you.
Isn't that the fucking guy from NCIS?
I think that's the guy from the
I've
Wars.
been able to get you off my mind.
You need to get out more.
You got a bad attitude.
Come on, you're not even trying.
Oh my god, nigga. Jesus Christ, man.
Jessica Alba was so fucking hot, yo.
Bruh.
She still is beautiful, but
Nigga, she did the Toretto, nigga.
From
Yeah,
Academy
bro,
Award
Dark
winner
Angel.
James Cameron, Dark Angel. Fox.
oh my god, the voice so cheesy.
Nigga, is that not the voice? That's not like the voice from Scream. Nigga, what the fuck?
Put the Mantis on. The Mantis
Alright,
superhero.
I'll look for it now.
Espérate, ¿de qué? El monstruo de Stranger Things puede ser, nunca lo han confirmado, pero puede ser una combinación entre un Flesh Golem, simplemente porque pues es Flesh, pero tiene más resemblance a un Shambling Mound. Que cuando tú ves un Shambling Mound, sí parece un The Thing from DC Comics, pero si ves bien like, de cerca, tiene a person within. O sea, tiene una persona like trapped.
God damn.
What?
Oh, you found it. He found the
The
Mantis.
He found it.
fucking Mantis, nigga. Jesus
You don't remember
Christ.
the show, nigga?
I remember this shit now. I didn't remember it until I just saw it.
Oh
Carl
my
Lovely.
god,
I never saw him in
no.
anything again.
The fucking transition.
Yo, I remember that show like yesterday.
That nigga looks like a shitty version of the Guyver, nigga.
No, he looks like a shitty version of Green Goblin.
Look
Yo,
at that
fucking
nigga.
hilarious.
Bro!
The Mantis, bro.
Holy shit, son. Wow.
This is why this is called the After School Club.
What?
God
That show,
damn.
I fell off that show. I don't remember anything about that show. But I do remember when it first came out, I was mad hyped. He even had like a flying fucking vehicle. He had like a flying vehicle that looked like basically like a fucking cockroach or whatever.
Oh my god, no more unlocking memories, dude. No more.
Pero él es un parapléjico and the suit is what gives him the superpowers or whatever. It's like an exoskeleton. Yeah, dude, that show is, oh my god.
Nigga, y'all remember Alice Mack?
Yeah,
come
yeah, I
on.
She
remember her.
turned
Christ.
into like a goop of like fucking like a silver
Yeah.
goop or some shit.
She turned into jizz. I remember that.
Are we gonna talk about Loki?
Yo, we still gotta talk about Loki. We still gotta talk about Black Widow.
All right,
Yeah,
all right,
let's go
enough,
to that,
enough,
please.
enough nostalgia. Enough nostalgia over there.
You know what we could do? We could do a whole episode on nostalgia shit because this
Ya,
fucking
tenemos que hacer un
like,
episodio, like, hacer
Please.
research.
Será para que sea de 5 horas.
No, like, we will do the research.
Nigga, we gotta
Yeah.
do this like we did about the cartoons, nigga, like our favorite live action shows.
oh yes, we're missing that episode. That's true.
Yeah, well, we'll work on that one. So all right, so yeah, we all saw Black Widow. We saw it when was it? Friday night?
Yes.
Yeah, Friday night we all saw it. I like Black Widow. Like, I don't really like. A lot of people were complaining about the fight scenes that they weren't really visible, and like I myself didn't find it hard to follow the fights. I thought the fights were pretty dope. I didn't think it was, a lot of people are trying to compare it to Winter Soldier. I didn't think it was Winter Soldier level. It's
No.
a different choreography too, the hand-to-hand combat between these niggas. But I liked it. I dug the fights. Obviously there were some things that I thought were a little dumb. But that's every movie. Even the best movies have plot holes and shit. Like you could dig plot holes in Interstellar, and I fucking loved Interstellar.
Exacto.
I dug the fuck out of it. I dug the story with this chick with Scarlett. Yelena was my favorite character. I thought Yelena was fucking hilarious. I like Red Guardian. Red Guardian was funny as fuck. The villain, not Taskmaster. The fucking the guy.
Dreykov's father.
Yeah, I wasn't digging him so much. He kind of looked like a rejected 007 type of villain.
Y era la premisa, por eso es que ponían la película por eso es que ella estaba viendo la película de James Bond. Era como que la premisa de la película era básicamente lo mismo que esa.
Yeah, like some James Bond shit. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I don't understand what a lot of the hate is coming from. A lot of people keep saying, oh, it's the typical Marvel movie. But if you're fans of the typical Marvel movie, then you really shouldn't have any problem with this one then.
Porque no son fanáticos, por eso.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like, they were like, oh, this is typical Marvel. But if this is what Marvel does all the time and you're already used to it, why are you expecting anything else? And I thought it was good. And it's going to make a shitload of money. I know for a fact that shit is passing 500 million.
Que coincidimos todos cuando lo estábamos viendo. It was dark as hell al principio. Como que el opening sequence, it was dark as hell.
There were a lot of people complaining about that.
The little political statements that
Por eso.
And I was like,
there were a lot of people complaining. Yeah.
Con Cuba, con lo de Clinton, and you know the whole thing this past couple of years have been like supposedly the Democratic cabal of like child trafficking and all that shit.
Nigga, you didn't see it in one of the cars. Nigga, Epstein had his eyes out the window going,
"You're an asshole."
That motherfucker.
It was there was like a whole lot of like it felt mad dark in the beginning. I was like, "Fuck, dude, this is kind of heavy."
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people were like, "Oh, they got to a certain point but they didn't pass it." I was like,
Marvel,
that shit looked pretty fucking dark to me.
No, I'll agree with that. Marvel does that of like going to a certain point, but they're not gonna fucking go into like dark Goreville because it's a fucking superhero movie. Like kids are supposed to be allowed to see this. Your kids shouldn't be like, "What's the pedophile ring, Dad?" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you gotta go into this movie knowing that it's not gonna pass those out. And if they don't pass it, why would they pass it? Why would you see a movie about pedophiles on Nickelodeon? It's not gonna fucking happen.
Not only that, but
expect Disney to do that.
Not only that, but they've by now, like you should already know they're not gonna do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pero, van a tocar mucho tema, lo van a tocar levemente. Con lo de Captain and Falcon and Winter Soldier tocaron el racismo. Lo tocaron levemente y tocaron el horror que hacen los Estados Unidos a veces con la comunidad negra.
Y con los soldados también.
Le pasaron la manita así, le hicieron así. They weren't gonna go hard. Yeah, they weren't gonna go hard. They just can't. Like, I'm not. It is. Before I used to get frustrated. Now I just accept it for what it is. They think about at the end of the day, they're a fucking multi-billion-dollar company, and they think about the money. They think about the money. You know what I mean?
Y no solamente es eso, es que ponerle ese debate político tan grande y tan flawed. O sea, ese flaw que tiene la humanidad, mano, es tan difícil de escribirlo en el cine y que en esos 5 minutos no te va a dar break de tú hacerle justicia tampoco. O sea, ni lo vas a hacer, ni lo vas a describir, ni lo vas a enseñar, ni tampoco lo vas a resolver en ese momento.
Correcto.
Y tampoco les toca a ellos resolverlo. Ese es el detalle. Tampoco te van a resolver el problema de que cogimos a esta boncha de nena que es human fucking trafficking y y todas esas conjugaciones con pedofilia and all the shit. Pero, o sea, no te lo van a resolver. Son cosas que pasan. Y son cosas que pasan en vida real. O sea, en Puerto Rico hay un montón. ¿Cuántas nenas no se desaparecen? Pero en la película de Marvel no le toca resolvértelo. Hay que resolverlo en la vida real. O sea, no vas a joder la película por algo que no se puede resolver más que la vida real.
They work within the box that they're in. Algo if they gently touch it because they don't have to touch it. Like all they need is boom, 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 five, action. Like they don't need to touch all those subjects anyway. So when they do that, they're implanting those seeds. You know, they're doing it in a way that kids can understand now. Yeah. They don't go. They touch a little. Oh, look, the cops come and they look straight at the black guy. They don't gotta go into the years and years of the fucking history of white America shitting on African Americans, but they gently touch on it just enough that maybe those kids have a conversation with their parents.
Exacto. Igual como han hecho la serie, o sea, los muñequitos, la serie que te representan todo tipo de cosas que puede pasar en la vida de una persona, qué sé yo, cómo aceptar la muerte, cómo aceptar, qué sé yo, que tu papá y tu mamá se divorciaran, que cómo tú aceptas que un niño es diferente, cómo tú aceptas todo este tipo de cosas, pero it's not the movie's problem to resolve that shit for you or your kids, it's yours. Y tú tienes que, ¿sabes? Coger la película con pinza, tampoco dissect it like a fucking frog en science class y decir, es mala por esto y esto y esto, pero es like they're just showing social problems that are fucking real. Don't expect it to be your answer. Lo otro es, like, why are you shitting on the movie out of fucking nowhere because of fucking theories y porque, usaron mal un personaje, pero ya me estoy adelantando. Vamos a continuar con otra cosa.
Vamos a porque es que estamos en colectivo de que le están tirando fuerte a esta película por unas cosas que yo digo como que, mano, ¿y qué película entonces de Marvel ha hecho, por decirlo así, las coreografías de pelea? Perdóname, pero esto es como, aquí tenemos un factor, Black Widow, el personaje de Black Widow es un humano, para empezar. No va a tener el mismo estándar de pelea que otros héroes que tienen otros elementos como super fuerza, super endurance, super cosas. Es un humano, por decirlo así. No hay variación de pelea entre los personajes porque son todas Black Widow Project, por decirlo así. Tenemos un personaje que imita el estilo de pelea, o sea, y decir que la coreografía está mal es como que, bro, dentro del realismo de la película, it's okay. O sea, no sé qué tipo de pelea estaban esperando en Black Widow.
I think people were complaining about the way they filmed it. I personally didn't have a problem with it. The only thing I did kind of have a problem with, I noticed after I was watching.
Pero ¿qué película de Marvel las peleas están filmadas de una manera que, like, todas son confusivas?
Esto no, o sea, el coreógrafo no es Donnie Yen, ese es el punto.
Ok, está bien.
El coreógrafo no es Donnie Yen, pero, o sea,
that's fine. But the choreographer was the same choreographer from John Wick. So he does have like a repertoire of good.
The best choreography in Marvel is gonna be from the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
the hand-to-hand combat from Captain America and Winter Soldier, but we're talking about one movie within 20.
Yep.
Okay,
so while you know what I'm saying, they
por eso
style that they have. I felt like when I said, I don't feel confused about it. Like there's a lot of action movies that they have shaky cam that you're like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I felt like I would be able to follow the fight from beginning to end and see what's happening.
Yo no me perdí como en otras películas que me he perdido en secuencias de pelea. En esta yo no me perdí, es lo que quiero decir, que para mí no es un Transformer peleando que tú te pierdes. Por eso, es lo que quiero decir, como que para mí una pelea mala es que yo me pierda y no la siga. Y esta película yo lo seguí bastante bien, la pelea.
That fight between Yelena and Natasha was dope as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, this shit looks physical.
La secuencia entera.
Por eso.
La única hita que yo tengo de las peleas fue la que era con Captain Russia. What the fuck is his name?
Captain Russia. No, but
Red Guardian. I kind of got pissed off that they kept on cutting away from the fight and coming
Alexi, the hero or the pig? Like, I'm confused.
Alexi, the hero of the pig.
But that was kind of upsetting that they cut away and came back and cut away. I was like, fuck, like I want to see the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we want to see Red Guardian.
They hyped it up in the trailer, so it's like.
Yeah, eso sí.
La escena del trailer donde él hace así y saca las clothes de Black Panther.
Eso era contra Guardian. Sí, cuando fue a pelear con Guardian.
I remember that.
I don't remember that.
Yes, I pointed it out. Yo dije, Wakanda.
¿Sabes cómo terminó, Miguel? ¿Te acuerdas que tú preguntaste de dónde él sacó la espada? Esa pelea, así es que él termina. Saca la espada.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Before we get into spoiler territory and shit, Miguel, why don't you just give a basic summary of what the movie was about? Like, she got the fucking antidote sent to her and shit.
Okay, so basically, they give you an origin story, not only not Florence Pugh, but a little bit of background on the Black Widow. They show you from her childhood that she's basically a shadow, like insurgents in the United States or whatever. So they're living as a family with her designated mother and designated father, or whatever, and then they do a time jump to the future or whatever. The family doesn't get it; they don't really get along because obviously the veil's been lifted. You know, she was exposed to a whole bunch of experimentation, brainwashing, and all that stuff. And you see how these characters come back together to fight a common enemy, which is the person that was the originator of
Correcto.
exactly the originator of what they call the Red Room, which is the program that's now, creating more and more freaking Black Widows or whatever. I personally fucking enjoyed the film. I really enjoyed the movie. Again, I wouldn't place it in my top 5, but I think it's really good in my top 10. Like, it's a decent movie, and it felt at times like Jason Bourne-esque, like
Yes.
type of espionage thriller or whatever.
Of course.
Florence Pugh's character is very fucking funny. I love the way they introduced her in this movie. It's smart fucking marketing because if you're gonna basically make her Scarlett Johansson's replacement, a feminine, strong figura que va a estar envuelta en todas las tramas de Marvel, pues tremenda introducción al personaje.
Yep.
De una perspectiva de o sea, usando este personaje para futuras películas. Mira, chef's kiss. It was one of those things where, like, yeah, there was that little bit of, like, that by the end of the movie, she's going to be okay because we already know her fate. You know what I mean? But you know that coming into the fucking movie. You can't hold that against the movie. You know it's a fucking prequel. Like, more than you expect. You know what I mean? Like, I like the way they linked certain events. This shit had leaked out on the internet, but if you were a person that came in here not like us, that is like we live and breathe and eat this shit every day, like we consume this material every day, we're constantly looking for stuff, you wouldn't have known that this movie took place right after Civil War.
Like me.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, legitimately, yo pensé que esto era un origin story.
Okay. Well, it was. It kind of was. It still was.
Yeah, it was, pero it was mixed con cosas del presente, por decirlo así. Bueno, sí, like it tied up to the present eventually.
I gave it, like, honestly, I give it a solid rating. I think it's a good movie. I think it's one of their better projects. A lot of people were saying, I was reading a lot of the forums, and they were like, it's a good movie, which I kind of took offense to that because this is one of my favorite movies. But they're like, it's a good movie. It's like Ant-Man. It's like not the best, but it's not the worst. I'm like, I fucking like that, man. Like, that's one of the movies I resonate the most with. Like, as a father, like, I fucking love that character or whatever. Pero, like, volvemos a la misma mierda siempre, guys. Like, gente van a tener una opinión. I mean, we're gonna fucking hate this movie. You know, it's very subjective. I always try to go in with the mindset that, like, no tratar de ser el super fan. Para mí, personalmente, yo trato de ser un poco subjective. Like, okay, I love everything Marvel produces, so I have to kind of put out a title and put this movie on its own. And I think, forget about their track record before. Yeah, they made great stuff. This movie's fucking decent. Like, you can't sit here and say that this isn't a fucking decent movie. Had this movie not been related to Marvel, everything that takes place in here is still solid.
Yeah.
It is.
Everything, the action set pieces are solid. The fucking dialogue, the jokes, back and forth. You kind of get attached to these characters as the movie goes on. One thing I found surprising though was that they marketed it as like, I mean, maybe you assumed it, but the marketing really like relied on the fact that these guys are all really tight family. Like, they're really, really tight or whatever. Like, whatever displays them, a la larga, ellos eran super, y no es así. En la película no es así.
Yeah.
They kind of can't stand the sight of each other because, or at least Yelena and Natasha can't stand the other two parental figures because they know that they were both as children, how they raised them.
But Yelena's still attached to them.
Yelena's
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still.
I think Yelena was displaced at a younger age than Natasha.
That's why.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
Es que ese es como, yo diría, el síndrome
exacto.
no, the younger sibling. The younger sibling. I am the younger sibling in my family. O sea, yo tengo un hermano mayor, pero yo tengo 3 hermanos mayores de parte de mi papá. So, realmente I do relate to what she said, porque ella es la más chiquita, ella sabía menos, ella se tuvo que defender sola porque no tenía ni a la madre, ni a la padre, ni a la hermana, no tenía a nadie. Y es como que, damn, she really is the one suffering because she's the youngest, she's, de nuevo, la menos que sabe. Like, she's the most displaced. and she actually believed that was her family.
Exactly. She actually has an emotional connection to these people that Natasha it looks like it was easier for Natasha to let go of that connection as she got older.
Sí. Sí, porque no te lo enseñan, pero parece que ellos la adoptaron. Ellos las adoptaron. Parece, suena así. Parece como si la hubiesen adoptado en un momento donde todavía Natasha puede tener recolección o memorias, or maybe she chooses not to, or maybe she is like wiped out from that part of her life, which is easy because, you know, you're a kid y whatever. Ha pasado tanto trauma de que maybe that shit is like very locked away in her mind para ese momento. Pero Yelena no, Yelena parece que ella pues, baby, here you go, grow up. Porque ellos tuvieron 3 años allí en Ohio. So, si tú vienes a ver, Natasha no tenía más, like, she was big enough to know.
Yeah.
Pero Yelena no.
Exactly. She was like, "Yo, you're my mother. Like, I don't see anybody else as my mother. You're my mother."
Mm-hmm.
That little line that Natasha was like, "Well, but you ain't my sister anyway." I was like, "Damn." I was like,
la parte cuando ella dice,
they acted it well because she kind of like stopped her in her tracks. Like,
por eso ella, madre mía, pero cuando ella dice, to know that my family is fake. O sea, to know this part of my life was fake. Y ella como que se entrecorta. Y ella como, la cara de ella es que, no, eso literalmente es algo que pasaría en la vida real con una persona que se da cuenta that everything in her life was fucking fake. Like,
and those memories are her best memories because everything after that is shit.
Exacto. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, ella lo actuó súper brutal, de verdad.
Yeah, I kind of got taken back by like Natasha's roof. Like, she told her, Jelena told her, like, you know, you're busy out saving the world, like, you couldn't come for me, you couldn't do anything, like, for me, whatever, like. But at the same time, I think that's the character's, like, development. Like, she battled with that whole thing of, like, I shouldn't be attached to these fucking people because I was just, like, sort of experimenting. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I thought that thematically, this movie had some things that Marvel just didn't have. Yo, your mic is mad. What you call it? Makes like I can't even hear you. Yeah, your volume is low.
I don't know. Can you hear me now? Testing.
I can hear you better now.
You're an asshole.
No, fuck you. But that's all. This movie, like it's funny because Marvel makes movies, and there's things that there's like formulas that cross through the whole universe, the whole saga, like everything. But there's a lot of movies that are not the same. Ant-Man and this movie they're not the same. Ant-Man is a heist movie. Winter Soldier didn't feel like the first Avenger. There's things that thematically are different from movie to movie. And this, like, it was family, but it was more not, it's not like in the Fast and Furious type of shit. Like, there was consequences of this family breaking up and shit. So thematically, this movie offers you something that not a lot of other Marvel movies offer you. Like, when you talk about family, we get Thor and Loki. But, like, off the top of my head, I can't really remember another Marvel movie that deals with, like, family like this. Like, Star-Lord and Ego?
Well, we could say Stark. Okay, we could say Stark, like Tony Stark with his family. There's Hawkeye and his family. Pero, Ant-Man and his family. Pero en cuestión de que la trama sea all about this family kind of thing, like.
Well, Joel, the little, I see the little cogs making up the joke in Deccan's head. Go ahead, Deccan. You want to say
ahead.
It? Go ahead.
Family.
Deccan started like this. Look, he started like this, and then he slowly went.
Yeah.
At the end,
he's just waiting for the right moment.
At the end, everything that matters is family, bro. Family.
No, bro.
No, es que ya las similitudes con, o sea, no me estaba riendo por otras cosas, pero como que el elemento de familia es como que la premisa de estos años en casi todas las películas. Por eso es que me estaba riendo genuinamente. Like, tú sabes que todos los años tienen como una premisa repetida, pero like, this is the year of the family, es lo que estoy diciendo. Like, legitimately.
This is the year of time travels with the fucking last
a family, bro.
Time traveling and families. Normal.
I dug the way, how can I say it? Like, I dug the way it resolved itself at the end. They could have fucking killed off all those characters because they could have been irrelevant to the future of the Marvel slate, but they gave them.
I thought
like,
that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I thought we was gonna get at least Red Guardian or the Mother. I thought at least one of
Por
them.
eso,
Yeah.
yo pensaba que uno de ellos iba a morir y como que,
Yeah.
spoilers, ninguno murió. Y Lex did rise a point en el sentido de, mano, por ejemplo, todas estas Black Widows sobrevivieron, todos estos personajes sobrevivieron y en la guerra de Endgame, ¿qué pasó?
They work for Sword now, bro.
Ahí es donde tengo que, pues, de nuevo, adelantarme y decirle que what if Yelena was blipped?
Was
That
what?
they were blipped.
No, but I'm
What
talking
if she was
about
blipped?
I'm talking about in Infinity War before the blip.
Ajá, acá abajo.
Like none of them was there in Wakanda to fight, and you know they had to have the information of fucking spaceships coming to New York and shit. Like,
Y Shield sabía, ¿sabes? Bueno, es que Shield no estaba con ellos.
pues,
Yeah.
Where was Samuel L. Jackson?
Ajá,
In the
donde
car.
estaban todos ellos, pero es que cuando
What?
te,
it was in
everything
the car.
happened in
Like,
a
you didn't
split
see him. You didn't
second.
see him fighting before the blip. Did you see him fighting anywhere in Wakanda?
It wasn't
Bro,
anywhere.
él estaba en Nueva York cuando
He
pasó
was
lo
in
de
New York,
Wakanda.
right?
Like, he was
Oh,
in
that's
New
right.
York.
He was chilling in Starbucks, right? Like.
Bro, él estaba en Starbucks, escuchó las noticias y salió. No se tomó su café, iba de camino y pasó toda la mierda del blip.
Like, we're talking about if there's Sword there, Sword is just gonna be like, oh shit, yo, that shit is happening with Kanye. That's crazy.
Like, they
That's
can't.
wild.
Pero es que lo que pasa es que ellos te establecen que la razón por la que Sword no legitly, la razón por la que Sword no está en lo de Wakanda es porque ellos se enteran de Wakanda mientras está pasando. Los Avengers no van a buscar la ayuda de ellos, o sea,
Eso también. Sí, porque nadie sabía de Wakanda
Why would you want a
casi.
whole bunch of humans involved in this shit? Like, I don't think like if aliens come tomorrow and blow up New York City, God damn it, Nick, why don't you come help me? Like, stay over there, motherfucker. You're gonna be useless to me if you come over here. You're just gonna get blown up as well. Like,
Por eso, pero
there's levels of threat, and Shield has never been. That's literally why they make the Avengers Initiative, because you can't send regular George Snow. And while yes, they're soldiers, they're nothing more than that. They're just soldiers. You can't put them up against any fucking galactic level threat.
por eso y a lo
Exacto.
mejor eso explica de por qué en el futuro ahora Nick Fury está en el espacio, como que se sintió como mierda, que no pudo hacer nada. Like, legitimately, we don't know.
Espérate, eso se cae un poquito. ¿Tú sabes por qué? Captain Marvel. He already
No,
knew
no,
about
pero-
that shit.
Por eso sí, pero they weren't doing shit. Es lo que quiero decir, como
Yeah,
que
they weren't physically there to do anything. But at the same time, what the fuck are they do against, like, in the Avengers movie, you don't see no Shield people on the streets.
No, you'll see soldiers.
You see soldiers and like that, and they're getting their asses handed to them. Like, you know what I mean?
Like-
So
Pero es que
Like, bro,
acuérdate, entre Shield y los Estados Unidos, o sea, entre Shield y los Estados Unidos siempre está la maldita disputa de que si quién controla qué y quién responde primero.
exacto.
Por eso es que pasa lo del nuke en el
Lo del VC.
2012. Ajá, por eso, porque ninguno se puede decidir, no le dan el clearing a Nick Fury, oh, we're gonna do it ourselves. Like everything, like everything.
at one point you gotta stop asking, because then you get to the point. It's like, yo, they don't work for the
Yeah.
government no more. They don't got no benefits. Where are they gonna get their money from? Like, no, but
No,
seriously,
that's true.
I
You
can
have
see an
to do that.
explanation. I could see an explanation where like you took all those soldiers and now they work for someone like Shield or Sword or something like that.
No,
They
yeah,
don't
but
say shit about it. We can't assume, but I
Por
could
eso.
see that. I could see that like somewhere down the line they retcon that shit into the
yeah, because
into the-
that's a never ending hole.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
then you could just be like, oh, the first Avengers. Why the fuck didn't Nick Fury just call Captain Marvel? Aliens are coming from the fucking what you call it. Like, if you dig on it on purposely, if you nitpick purposely, that shit'll
Yeah,
never
you're
end.
gonna find plot holes. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. That's the same thing with all the other superhero movies. Remember Justice League? It's just like, oh, okay, all this shit was going down. So when Zod invaded the
Exacto.
city, where the fuck
Yeah.
was Martian Manhunter? He was just sitting on the fucking couch, just flipping
Como
through the
que
channel.
cogiendo los
Somebody
VA
should fucking do
benefits.
something.
Cogiendo
Por
los
el-
VA benefits.
por
Yeah.
It was like, you know
Por
what
eso.
this is? This is my cue to fucking go on vacation. I'll be back.
Mira, hace rato yo estoy pensando. Mira,
Hey, we got Chichando in the house.
¡Woo! No, mira, estoy yo acá pensando, ¿verdad? Estoy yo acá pensando bien estúpidamente. sea, porque ustedes estaban hablando ahorita de Dark Knight y ahora están hablando, pues, qué casualidad que llegó a este punto de estamos hablando de que, ¿dónde estaba fulano cuando estaba pasando tal y tal cosa, verdad? Pues desde hace rato estoy pensando y me di cuenta que en Dark Knight Batman casi no le ve las manos a Joker, él solamente da un cantazo contra la mesa y ya. Y después, él nunca le da. En realidad nunca hay violencia entre Batman y fucking Joker. Like, where was Batman where everything was happening with the Joker? Like, he was running around y crashando el Lamborghini, so...
Yeah.
But anyway,
not only that, he literally stood around while shit was going on, because in the first one, he's literally in his mansion just like, I got a bad knee.
No, he's like... No, he's like...
So,
no, he's like, man, Rachel.
Yeah,
He's gonna marry him. That's how he is.
Y Alfred literalmente tomándose el té, literalmente.
Literal. Alfred está como el gift del mono.
Por eso, marriage.
Yeah, she was gonna marry you, all right.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I just remember that.
I'll
shit
go
now.
get you your coffee now. I'll be back.
Oh my God.
Because that shit was fucked up.
Es que si cogiéramos todas las lógicas de las películas de dónde están los otros héroes en ellas, como que no habría película, mano. Es que honestamente, como que te pones a pensar, y ahora no me había puesto a pensar en eso, como que cuál es la excusa de no usar a Miss Marvel en Avenger 1. Como que legitly me quedé pensando en eso.
Yo tengo una duda. Okay, the Captain Russia or whatever, he keeps on talking about Captain
Red Guardian, nigga, Red Guardian.
Russia. All right, Captain Russia, Captain Soviet.
Ivan Drago.
He keeps on talking about he had encuentros con
Captain America.
Yeah.
He was in the 80s. He's on Block of Ice. So,
Yeah.
Who the hell is he lying, or did he actually fight somebody that posed as Captain
tú sabes
America?
Lo que pasa. Tú sabes lo que pasa. Es lo mismo de Safety Not Guarantee, que como viajaste en el tiempo y alteraste las cosas y hay dos diferentes timelines corriendo a la vez.
Oh, we got family up in here. That's my cousin. Love you, cousin. Love you, cousin.
Hola, cousin de Miguel.
Yo escucho una teoría de que posiblemente sea eso mismo, de que cuando él volvió en el timeline, se tuvo que haber enfrentado, y obviamente ya Captain Russia pues está de futuro. I'm gonna name him that porque pues este cabrón. Pero también está la teoría también está la cuestión de que he might be lying, y también está la teoría que estaban tratando de poner como que Isaiah ahí. Pues, it could be, pero
it couldn't be Isaiah.
You know why I think he's not lying? Why? Because he's black?
No, because nigga, didn't Isaiah said that happened like in what? In the 50s.
Oh, you're right. It happened in like the
shit?
50s. Yeah. He said
there's so much. There's so much.
Like in the 80s. This is like
that's
in the
what
80s,
I'm saying. And I don't.
Siempre teorías porque nadie lo ha hecho ley. No
I don't
ha pasado.
think that's what I'm saying. I don't think that he's lying, because I felt like he was like very authentic when he asked Natasha, so did he ever talk about me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he really wanted an answer. He was like, I know we're doing all this shit, but real quick, side note, has he said something about our fights? So he had to fight somebody. It wasn't Elijah and it wasn't this nigga, but he fought somebody.
Maybe they will find out, because they didn't kill off the characters. So they didn't kill off Captain Russia, so he might be back.
They didn't kill the Red Guardian, so
yeah,
yes.
They didn't kill the Taskmaster, so you know.
No, but Taskmaster is a whole nother thing.
Let's talk about Taskmaster. Let's talk about Taskmaster. Taskmaster for me, the reveal was okay for me. It didn't blow my mind.
Bro, todos dijimos a la vez, who the fuck is that? Like, legitly. Like, todos dijimos, who the fuck is that?
Nigga, like,
no, encima de eso, my
wife. I
wife.
was like, she's like Harvey Dent. I was like, who the fuck?
No, but for real, desde un principio, my wife kept telling me, oh, that's a woman.
Yeah.
From the beginning, oh no, that's a woman. Espérate, that's a woman. I'm like,
I'm gonna be honest. When I saw, there was a lot of theories. A lot of theories on the internet. First, they thought it was Rachel Weisz's character.
Yeah,
when I saw that they didn't kill the Rachel Weisz character, at one point I was like, maybe it's the guy that supplies her. The guy.
That's who I thought it was.
But I said they only showed him so little bit in the movie que no tiene sentido hacer un enfoque tan brutal a este personaje. ¿Qué es lo que te
Yeah.
quiero decir?
Pero, I mean,
No
the one that it
tenía
came out,
sentido.
the one that it came out to, they didn't show her in the whole fucking movie. Like
What you
she had
talking
less time.
The what?
Taskmaster, they showed like what
Yeah,
3 seconds of her as a little
hey,
kid.
Oh yeah, they show that. Yeah, but how can I say it's directly related to the villain of the movie? So I was like, he can't. In other words, he can't just be a rando. It has to have some weight related to the plot, and you can't just say it's like, oh look, he betrayed her. The guy that supplies her is the guy trying to take her out. It doesn't like it's too small of a
Yo,
scale.
guys,
In my thing, so like.
Esto quickly. I have to log off for today's episode. I have a family thing I have to do right now. I'm sorry, guys.
It's getting good, goddamn.
I know it was getting good. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm very sorry. Like, legitly, kick me out, Lex. Like, this is me signing out.
Oscar, ¿estás disponible?
Yeah, Oscar. Yeah, Oscar.
Vamos a reemplazar la de que ahora mismo contigo si tú te puedes conectar. No vamos a
Yeah,
este hombre.
yeah, of course. Gracias por... o sea... no, que of course. Anybody se puede ir del episodio y no dice, vamos a buscar un reemplazo mientras el tipo está... Podían esperar a que yo me fuera.
Espérate. Yo me chupé ayer casi 3 horas de Cine Nerds y tú a ti no te daba dolor de espalda, te levantabas y tenías family obligation. Ahí no hay family obligations. Nos sentamos a hablar de cómics y de películas y te vas. See you next Sunday.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Te veo ahorita en
We
WhatsApp.
love you, Decca. We love you.
Bye, guys.
Dale.
All right, this asshole. All right, so Taskmaster. What's we talking about?
Taskmaster, I thought, okay, so it wasn't as I'm not a huge fan of him in the comics, but I have seen him in other mediums or whatever. I've seen him in video games. I've read like 1 or 2 stories where he plays a light role. Yes, it's a different interpretation of the character. It really is. They really went they went extremely left. It's something brand. Es algo totalmente nuevo. De que yo sepa, yo nunca he visto una interpretación de este personaje así. But I mean, it's still like it didn't work to the effect of how the character works in the comics and how much weight they give in the comics, but I didn't think it was horrible. I really didn't think it was horrible. I'm sorry. Call me the Marvel apologist. But like, no lo consideré algo. Yo pienso que con el contexto de la historia tiene sentido el reveal or whatever and what they did with her. So not to mention spoilers again. They did not kill the character off. This is not the last time we'll be seeing the fucking character. Like everybody that has a heart attack over this can like take a little bit of a breather. I'm
gonna jump in. Sorry. Ahora que mencionas esto, antes que se me olvide, y like aunque haya sido, aunque le hayan puesto la jodienda esa, what was it called? Was it called? Yeah, the red dust. Yeah, let's call it the red dust. They haven't given it a proper name, so aunque le hayan echado el red dust, ellos pueden hacer lo mismo que le pasó a Winter Soldier con Zemo. Zemo le encontró el libro, like he was out of it. Zemo encontró el libro and he retook power of the Winter Soldier, so that's why we had him in these movies. Por eso nada más. So Taskmaster no es que sea bueno ahora because that chick is fucking traumatized for life. And all kinds of fucked up for life, pero like, ¿quién dice que en el futuro no puede ser malo de nuevo? So,
and to have
continue with your shit, dude.
to have an actress that's been in a bunch of other movies being here for like 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Not saying nothing. If they didn't have any plans for that character, they would have just got a nobody because it's just somebody that fights. Like when she takes the mask off, a lot of people are gonna recognize the face, and that's gonna make you think, okay, wait a minute, but then something is gonna lead into something.
Yeah, I think we'll see the character again or whatever, and they'll go delve a little deeper into the psyche or whatever, or why the fuck she's gonna be doing the things that she does. I think the reveal wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, it's a character that kind of fucking changed the way that the Black Widow thinks. She was fully on board with the brainwashing shit. As much as she hated it, she was doing all their jobs, and then all of a sudden she took a child's life, and it changed her. She's like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. You know what I mean? It is heavy in terms of the story. Like it does work well within the plot.
That's
You know
Tony
what I mean?
Montana, nigga.
It does
Yeah,
work well
porque
That's
It does work
Scarface.
it does work well within the plot.
Nigga, no, like in Scarface, remember?
Yeah, I
They
remember.
trying to
I
go
get the
kill the
reference.
kid and
I
shit.
get the reference.
Yeah,
Don't fucking kill Treasure, man. We remember that.
pero es esa parte, like, normalmente with gangsters and shit, like, you don't kill kids unless it's like something super heavy or out of this fucking world, o la persona es super fucking deranged. You don't kill kids. Pero para ella era como que the last thing she had to do to actually join Shield. Y como, o sea, con Hawkeye having kids, how was he okay with that?
Yeah.
Or did he? How much did he know about that? Y tampoco te explican tanto qué fue lo que realmente pasó en Budapest. Solamente that te dan snippets of here and there that maybe get discussed on the Hawkeye series. Pero piensa, si lo vienes a pensar, they didn't explain that shit very well. Y no es que no sea para esta película. Yo también lo sentí como un chin out of place.
Yeah.
Y no sé, es que it's a little bit complicated to deal with that, the plot of the movie, y como que dissect that part y tratar de explicarla mientras que no tenemos la información completa.
Yeah.
That's why there's gonna be repercussions of what happens here in Hawkeye.
Yeah, exacto.
That's why I said the universes are gonna be together. Like what happens in the movies is gonna you know there's gonna be consequences in the shows, and I'm guessing what happens in Hawkeye somewhere down the line is gonna affect some movie where Yelena ends up getting her own Black Widow movie, or there's a Thunderbolts. Like whatever happens in Hawkeye is guaranteed that somewhere down the line it's gonna affect some type of movie. Because Captain America, like this nigga Sam Wilson is getting his own movie. You already have in his little bubble, Madam Hydra is already affected him, and now Madam Hydra is with Yelena and Hawkeye. So you can see that it's spreading. It's not gonna just be the shows and the shows and the movies and the movies.
Y otra cosa, mala mía, es que si no se me olvida, I forget, es que es tanta información y de nuevo, como yo les comunico a ustedes, I've started watching breakdowns and theories and all this, you know, like legit shit that actually makes sense with the Marvel Universe. Y como que es tanta información que yo hasta hablando con ustedes en WhatsApp, yo, puñeta, se me olvidó esto, déjame decirlo en el episodio, déjame decirlo acá, o qué sé yo.
Yeah.
Una de las cosas era que oh my god, what was it? Ustedes están hablando de esta pendeja que va a pasar con ok, Madam Hydra, vamos a ponerla así. Ella aparece en el credit scene, whatever. Mucha gente está jodiendo con que, pero la película se suponía que saliera antes. ¿En qué momento dado ella va y habla con US Agent? ¿Y en qué momento ella va y habla con Yelena? It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't really matter.
It could totally be right after. So you can say she's been setting it. That makes like okay. Yo no voy a disculpar a Marvel, whatever. Pero eso simplemente me implanta la idea a mí. Florence Pugh es después del blip. O sea, Florence Pugh, ella visita la tumba es después del evento de Infinity War.
Yeah.
Or whatever, the end game.
Exacto.
So that was literally supposed to be the start or the introduction of obviously Jerlaine, the character, whatever, and Madam Hydra. It makes perfect sense. Like, at what point is it not clear? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the other events take place after Endgame as well.
Yeah, exacto, pero la gente está jodiendo como que, no, pero se supone que la película sale primero, se supone que no sea como que el jump entre serie y película, que es al revés, ¿sabes? De la película fue a la serie. That's why everybody's nitpicking on that part, and this is something that it's kind of stupid that I have to talk about it, pero es que a lot of people are hanging on to
a lot of people are pissed. It still works, in my opinion, it still works. It would have worked better. I will give them that if this movie had come out first and it would have led into the series. At least you would have been more hyped. But at the same time, but WandaVision wasn't supposed to come out first. That's true. So you would have went this movie, I guess Falcon and Winter Soldier, then WandaVision, then you would have had
que Loki fuese primero, actually.
Oh yeah? Well,
yes. Que yo me acuerdo, Loki era primero porque that was the first series announced. Y después fue WandaVision, después
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it Captain America porque yo no, ya no, de verdad. He's already Captain America. Y si le digo Falcon todavía es como que the transition never happened. Es como que you have to acknowledge that shit.
But
it
still works. I am also on board with the idea that fuck man, COVID is the villain in this whole series. Like, jodió con el orden de la salida de las películas, ¿sabes? The making of the fucking movies and series. Like, it really threw a monkey wrench into everybody's plans. But it still works. Like, honestly, like, people are having a heart attack over some dumb shit. I think, in my opinion, it still works. It still works on a lot of levels. The movie itself wasn't that bad. The order that now things are coming out in, and the way they're letting out little tidbits of what they're gearing towards, it still works. I think like honestly, what they're leaning towards is a conflict on two different levels. I think we're building towards a conflict with like the intergalactic part and the regular like shit that's going on Earth and shit that's going on like another plane.
Yeah.
Because nothing. I mean, again. Nothing that happened in WandaVision, like to me, mixes with what happened in this movie and in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And then nothing that, or at least yet we have to see, like nothing building up in Loki links that to any of the stuff that's happening with what they keep on showing, which is Madam Hydra recruiting people. You know what I mean? So I think there's gonna be like conflicts, two separate conflicts that somewhere down the line probably meet up somewhere, but. As of right now, they don't.
Like I've said before, la gente jodiendo con que si Wanda y Loki, they've never met. There's people that la única conexión que ellos tienen to ever meet is Doctor Strange. There's no way. En estos momentos, they're the only connection. They have never met.
Phase 4 is like it has to start all over again because there's so many new people coming in.
Yeah, because. Again, volvemos jodiendo con Thunderbolts. Yo llevo jodiendo con Thunderbolts ages, and you guys know this. Y es porque I really want to see Punisher coming to the movies again. Es que no sé, I just fucking love him. Y también con lo de Daredevil y otras cosas, ¿sabes? Que realmente queremos que estos personajes that are called minors because they're in series, I want them to make the jump to the fucking movies instead of just having the same actors from the movies and jump them into a series. So, which is not bad, pero quisiera ver, como yo le estaba diciendo a usted, más diversity en personajes. No es por ethnicity, no es por color de piel, no es por orientación sexual, ni nada de eso. I really want to see diversity in characters, porque we're seeing the same shit all over again for 10 plus years. And I think we're so over that. Y yo realmente pienso que we cannot stand to see 10 more years of the same characters. It doesn't matter if they get introduced now. It doesn't matter if they get introduced now, brand new. I don't want to see Yelena de aquí a 10 años haciendo lo mismo.
Pero yo creo que ellos están poniendo los little breadcrumbs with the WandaVision show with the kids. Maybe we'll see the kids again. The Hawkeye show is going to introduce his daughter, Kate Bishop, right?
Bishop, yeah.
That's not his daughter.
Exactly. That's not his daughter. He calls his daughter Hawkeye, and cuando before the blip and whatever the fuck, pero she is not.
Kate Bishop is not his daughter. No.
Yeah, it's not her daughter.
So what happened to the two daughters in the series in the movie?
He's supposed to still have his kids, but this one is based on his comic book. And his comic book is a different character. Kate Bishop is a totally different character.
No te ahogues, Lex. No te ahogues.
Wait a minute,
All right, and then Miss Marvel's gonna come out soon, so that's another one. That's another hero. I think they're slowly but surely like setting the seeds for another generation of superheroes because we can't, like you said, we can't keep on talking about Iron Man, Loki, Thor, and for the rest of fucking 20 years to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's fun because I love coming up with theories and talking shit y como que discutiendo y viendo qué está en el source material and what is not, y qué podemos buscar también en los cómics que pueden sacar. You know, we can talk about this. This is fun. I love this. Pero al mismo tiempo como que I don't want to talk about Loki 10 years from now. I don't want to talk about Yelena 10 years from now. I don't want to talk about Winter Soldier from 10 years from now. Like, yo quisiera ver otro Spider-Man. I don't want to see Peter Parker anymore. Well, from 10 years, I love Peter Parker. Like, por favor.
They'll probably be setting that up too. I have like, but then again, it belongs to Sony, so I don't know. I have a feeling like sooner or later they're getting away from Peter Parker and they're leaning towards Miles, especially with all the money they made on the Miles Morales multiverse. They're dying to bring that character to
But Disney can't do
live
that.
action. But
They can do it.
Disney can do the same thing they're doing with Peter Parker right now, the partnership.
Yeah, they actually can. If they don't get greedy and fuck Sony, if they don't get greedy and fuck Sony, they can come to an agreement like they always have. They always find a way.
Yeah.
There's no, o sea, es que está cabrón porque obviamente everything is about the money.
Before we jump to our next topic, the fans are having a titty attack over the way they're gonna portray Holland in this next movie, because they're saying that they're still going the route of like Spider-Man isn't coming into his own, like Holland's Spider-Man isn't coming into his own. He's always being coached by somebody. So if you bring in Toby and pretty boy Spider-Man, I forget his name, Jesus Christ, Andrew Garfield, you're still mentoring the kid. Like, he still hasn't made his transition into his own character because he has all these mentors, and like Doctor Strange is gonna be another mentor in the movie. So I'm like, maybe this will be the one that'll, break him apart or whatever. So
yo espero que sí, porque cuando te vienes a fijar, that is the blessing and the curse of actually having like a young actor.
Yeah.
And keeping him in high school cuando pasó un 5-year time jump.
Yeah.
Y cuando Tony met him, he only has his power for 6 months, so obviously he was gonna be mentored.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he knows jack shit, and he's a poor kid from Queens.
Yeah.
Eso yo lo entiendo, pero también entiendo tu punto, y yo digo que también es cierto porque es que, like, he needs to become his own superhero.
A mí me han gustado, exactly. A mí me han gustado todas las películas hasta ahora o sea, las de Holland. I've loved his interpretation of the character, but like you said, I would like him to become his own person in the movies and like not rely on anybody for guidance. Like, at one point, again, that's probably what they're doing with the character sooner or later, but at one point we have to reach a point where it's just like, all right, it's not that he has a hang of everything in life, because that's literally what the character is about. Like, he needs to balance being a superhero with having a regular life. But I want him to be like his own thing. I don't want him to have to like rely on guidance from so many people or whatever.
Hopefully this time around, it will happen. Porque he's really fucking smart. And o sea, él cogió como que esa rienda. Ok, sí, él tenía Happy. Pero él tenía solamente Happy para que le proveyera la tecnología y le proveyera ayuda. Because he doesn't have that kind of shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the means. He has the brains and he has everything. He has courage, of course.
Yeah.
Pero,
but he also gravitated towards Mysterio because he reminded him of Tony. So he's still like wanting and pining for somebody to guide him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that, yo espero que después de esta tercera, si hacen todo lo que todo el mundo está pensando, que they're bringing in the other Spider-Man, I hope by the end of the movie, he feels like his own character. You know what I mean? Like,
I think this was gonna happen. I think it's gonna feel a little bit like how in Loki, where he gets to see how his life turned out. I think that opportunity gets brought to the table, especially if something happens to Maguire or Garfield. Like, if one of them dies, he gets to see what Spider-Man, like how being Spider-Man is gonna affect his life, what it could turn out if he doesn't start taking shit a little more serious. I think that's a possibility of what we could get.
I'd be fucking scared out my ass. I'd be like, what? I get attached to a girl and she fucking dies because I don't get to her on time. I freaking not.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
what? My best friend?
This nigga went to space and fought aliens and shit.
My best friend wants to fucking kill me because I'm messing around with his girl, his wife. Oh,
that might happen now with Ned.
Pero yo estaba pensando, ahora mismo, I came to a realization de algo que yo estaba leyendo y escuchando, que es que, y algo que yo estaba jodiendo, you guys know about this. Yo estaba jodiendo como que, what if Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker is actually the band that survived when Peter died in one reality. Yo estaba jodiendo con eso y siempre estoy como que tirando mierda como que, en este universo Spider-Man o sea, era tal cosa. Pero, like, what if that actually happens and they kill off that character and that's the push for him to go out there? Porque lo único que
they would kill off Toby? Do you think they would kill off Toby, or do you think they would kill off Pretty Boy Spider-Man? Pretty
Cualquiera de los dos.
Nah, I would prefer them to kill off Toby because I can't stand psycho eyes ass Toby Maguire.
No, but I think Toby is just the oldest one of them.
Yeah, but Sam
Obviously,
Raimi's
like-
also now involved with Marvel, and Sam Raimi loves his fucking vision for Spider-Man. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if you see his version again somewhere down the road.
Yeah.
I pinched myself. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they kill off the one person that had issues with Sony in their Spider-Man run.
Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield or whatever.
Anyways, pero para regresar un momentito a Black Widow, yo creo que la manera que usaron a Taskmaster para hacer todo este revuelo después, para que no se olviden, porque Taskmaster is also a Spider-Man villain, by the way.
I know.
And this is why it was all kinds of hype, because it was like she was showing up. So, pero no sé, como que si no usaron el personaje también ahora en Black Widow, they could use it for Spider-Man too. He could be there. Like she could be there. So sorry, but like she could totally be there. Pero vamos a ver. Let's see.
I wonder
porque,
if they really are chasing him, like they're really trying in the movie, because there's been rumors that it opens up with like they're chasing Tom Holland Spider-Man, like he's a public enemy number 1. Who the hell is chasing him? It sure as hell ain't beat cops trying to get him.
it could be
I wonder if
Taskmaster. Porque,
I wonder, or not even Taskmaster. I wonder if it's Ross showing his fucking face again. You know what I mean? Thunder Ross getting involved in shit again.
por eso es que estoy también jodiendo. Y si es Punisher, like going
Oh
after
my god,
him.
that'd be too perfect though. That's what it is. That's the problem. That's
It's
like
too fucking
that's the
perfect.
comic. That's a comic book nerds like dream casting of a situation like that. We won't get that. They won't give that to us. They won't give
No,
that to
porque
us.
al mismo tiempo como que yo todavía me estoy resignando, o sea, yo estoy todo esto suena súper perfecto. Like, si es Punisher hunting Spider-Man, will be amazing. Si es Kraven the Hunter, even better.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm preparing myself not to be necessarily let down by that movie, but coño, the hype around it is so intense. Everybody's made up their own version of the movie. Like this is one
Yeah.
division and everything else done on a different scale in terms of like theories and hype. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
So like, can that movie is literally in my eyes like the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. You
Yeah.
hyped that fight up so many years. There's no way that fight could have lived up to the hype. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm
Yeah.
super anxious to see it, but at the same time, I'm like, holy shit! You guys have built up so much hype around this movie. I wonder if it'll deliver.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be super difficult. These niggas was talking about it's as ambitious as fucking Endgame with all the characters that they're supposed to be bringing in. It's definitely one way or another. It's gonna be an ambitious film. Whether they tank it or not, these niggas are like, we're going big or we're going home. If all those characters, I feel like there's no way that we don't get something in the multiverse in that movie.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There's no way that we don't get something.
You asked before. There's no way that they don't do a trailer and don't show Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I'm gonna call your bluff. That first trailer is not gonna show any of that.
No,
Exactly.
I didn't say that I don't think they're gonna do it. I said there's no reason for them not to do it.
They're
Could
not
they
gonna
do it? Yeah, I feel like it's something that we all already. When does that movie come out? December?
December.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's something that we all feel like that's gonna be in the movie. Like for them to not show a hint or anything, I feel like it's. If I go watch the movie,
We've been bonered before.
We have.
We've been bonered before.
I feel like if I see the movie without seeing them in the trailer, I'm not gonna be surprised because I feel like I'm already expecting to see that.
Speaking of expectations, let's jump into Loki.
Yes.
Let's jump into Loki.
Okay.
Yeah, let's jump into
So
it. We've been talking
we're-
too much.
Yeah, we're in episode 5. We have one episode left to finish the fucking season. We got to see President Loki. For me, it was funny because this was the first time that we got to see Tom Hiddleston, play with a Loki that looks like him. That's Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Hiddleston and shit, which I thought was cool because every other Loki since then were different actors, different everything, sex, gender, fucking race, all that. I thought that was super dope. I like that. I like President fucking Loki. The scene where he gets his hand bit by the fucking alligator, I thought was fucking mad hilarious.
Croaky.
Kuroki nigga, I like how I like the very small interaction that Sylvie had with Mobius. I just love all these characters. Like between Mobius, Sylvie, and the main Loki, I just fucking love all these
My
fucking
my
characters.
fear,
Oh,
my
yeah.
fear with this shit is I'm getting so attached to Sylvie that we won't fucking ever see her again after the show's over. Like she'll just be a fucking blip. Eh,
I feel
she'll-
I feel like I'm not. I feel like with these movies, with these shows that are coming out, where what we're gonna see in Phase 4 is a lot of the passing of mantles. You know, we had Captain America. Now we have this guy's Captain America. We have Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Now we're gonna have Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. Somebody's gonna take over for Black Panther. I feel like there's a lot of passing of the mantles into new generations.
Yeah.
oh, he was on a roll.
And
too.
I'm wondering if Disney's gonna push that. Okay, we already got to see the ending of Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I'm wondering if they're gonna push that Sylvie is gonna be the main timeline's Loki. I'm wondering if Hiddleston is gonna take the sacrifice and sacrifice himself at the end, like really go ahead and push that this is a new Loki. That love that he had for himself pushed him so much that if it comes down to the line that he actually saves her, and if Sylvie will become the Loki of this timeline, that way we can have the character, but now it's a new version of the character.
We have to see how it correlates to Thor: Love and Thunder. To be honest, we have to see how it connects to that because everybody's forgetting about that movie. That fucking movie is coming out soon. Like, o sea, el tiempo pasa rápido y ya mismo vamos a estar bien sentados en el cine viendo esa película y también hablando de las teorías, hablando mierda sobre la película, qué nos gustó, qué no nos gustó y mirando el pasado, lo que estamos hablando hoy. So, no sé, yo diría que si la ponen a ella como the main Loki, it would be amazing. Because she's clever. Y suponiendo que comparta escena con Scarlet Witch and the shit that both can do, dude, I think, I don't know, it would be a good move. Mucha gente dirá que no, porque nadie reemplaza a Tom Hiddleston, que si nadie reemplaza a Loki, y blah, 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 but it would be a good move. I think it would be a good move.
And I think that's what they're doing with their series. They're pushing Sylvie, but it doesn't feel like it's being forced. Like Sylvie's being forced out. Like organically, we like Sylvie. If you see the show, everybody's starting to like Sylvie. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't feel like they're forcing us to what you call it. So
plus, we don't know jack shit about her past either. O sea, sabemos lo poquito. I know que sí, they took her from her home, but that's it. What happened to her Thor, her Odin, her family, her Hela, her whatever it was? What happened to her reality?
That's what I'm saying. It's like that. And like Loki's my favorite character in the MCU. I have the motherfucking tattooed on me. Like that's my favorite character. But I wouldn't mind seeing somebody else instead of seeing Tom Hiddleston be another, like you said, another 10 years playing Loki. Like we already got to see organically Loki start off in Thor 1. We saw his whole journey until Infinity War. Like I like if Loki didn't come back, I still felt satisfied with the journey that he had from Thor 1 to Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like, to bring him back, it would be like, okay, it'd be entertaining, but how much more are we going to do with the character unless we're going to keep Loki, in the TVA and he's just going to have the Loki series?
Yeah, I agree with you. Pero, de nuevo, hay que ver qué pasa ahora en este último episodio, qué va a pasar si él va a salir en otros lados, porque what happens, yo estaba hasta jodiendo en mi mente, like, what happens si de momento se aparece en Sanctum Sanctorum out of fucking nowhere, because the only person he actually knows, además de todos estos heroes que capture him, the only one he could actually reach is Doctor Strange. Like, he has a place to be if he needed to be. But I feel more comfortable having Sylvie. But we also have to think that this series is actually it's the only one from the 3 that is getting a season 2.
Is it really getting a season 2? Because I've been trying to look for it and I can't fucking find any information. Like everybody's been saying that,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen a confirmation anywhere. Like,
Me either, pero por eso lo pongo en la mesa, because that's something that is very talked about, pero como que nadie sabe de dónde viene la confirmación.
yes, I would love to have a season 2 of the show. I mean,
Yeah.
Again, Sylvie, like I'm getting super attached to her character. The chemistry between her and Tom Hiddleston is really good. Did you
Yeah.
guys know she was pregnant when she was making the shit?
Yeah.
I mean, I found out a while ago
breastfeeding.
that the breastfeeding thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just gave birth
old
to her
is
baby.
that actress?
How what?
How old is that actress?
I don't know, but we can check.
Because
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to think. I'm trying to think like long term, like you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I see her character, and she looks so different in Loki than she looks like, and like in other movies or her regular day-to-day life.
Really?
Sofia Di
I was like,
Martino.
God damn, it's like Kate Blanchett. For me, I was like, God damn, Kate Blanchett look fine as shit as Hela.
Yeah.
But then in other movies, I was like,
For fuck's sakes. Hombre, coño. 37. She's old enough to continue. Like, she's not that old. Like, what I mean with old enough, de que ella está en la suficientemente en la edad de para continuar de aquí a 20 años más si le da la gana.
So
En el MCU.
the episode in itself was pretty interesting or whatever. It had its moments.
Yeah.
I kind of teared up a little bit when he's Mobius said goodbye to Loki or whatever, and he was like bye, and he was like, no, you're my friend. And he gave him a hug. I was like, yo,
friend.
when he
go for
extended
that cheap sentimental stuff is working on me.
nigga extended his arm, and Loki was like, that shit out of here, nigga. We're getting for the real thing, son.
Give me some love.
And then Mobius looked at what's her face? That was
Sylvie.
like, you're still my favorite.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because I was like, not really. You were trying to kill her for the fucking for the past couple of fucking years or whatever. So I don't know
Yeah.
if you're. Oh, technically he wasn't trying to kill her, was it? He was trying to save her. No, he
He
said,
was trying to capture her because it was his
Yeah.
orders.
yeah.
That was it. He wasn't trying to do nothing.
And technically, the orders weren't even coming from him. They were coming from fucking, what's her name? Renslayer.
Renslayer.
Did you guys see-
Rabona's Renslayer.
You guys see
The booty
rumor-
call to Kang the Conqueror.
You guys see the rumor that supposedly I think it was one of the like overseas Marvel sites posted something about it used something like how hard could it have been throughout the whole series to capture all these Lokis, and they accidentally put a picture, or they don't know if they did it on purpose or they accidentally put a picture of the chick that was in County. Se me olvidó el nombre de ella. La que captura a Loki al principio, que le pone el collar, Big Chick.
Short hair, black chick?
B15.
Lovecraft.
Yeah, they were saying that they put her picture together with all the other variants, like she might be a variant herself or whatever.
A variant of what?
A variant of Loki.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which then everybody's like ham-fisting the whole thing that like they all might just be Loki variants in there.
Ay, mira, en verdad, si
Sinceramente,
vamos a seguir con que todo el mundo ahí es un fucking Loki,
Pero, ¿sabes
nos
qué
quedamos
pasa?
aquí hasta el año que viene.
Pero ¿sabes qué pasa también? I hate that theory too, and I hated the theory that at the root of this, another Loki just might be the villain or whatever. But the fucking show has gone so hard on the on the whole Loki variant thing. Not to mention the goddamn show is called Loki. Like, I could see that. You know, like I'm not saying that's the deal, but I wouldn't be like, whoa,
Yeah,
that's
I would be
this.
very disappointed. I would be very disappointed
Yeah.
si es un evil Loki or if it's the one who remains. The one who remains, if it's him, I'm gonna fucking like rip another asshole to the series. I swear to God.
I can see King Loki being the villain in this, but I can't see every single person working in the TVA being a variant of Loki.
I totally agree.
Loki's whole thing is fucking with people. So I can see him just taking these people and fucking manipulating them. I don't think they're actually Loki.
Loki's fucking with people, but
I don't know.
Sylvie's thing was supposed to be fucking with people.
That would be a slap in the face if everybody was a Loki. Porque están poniendo gente real, no gente real de los, o sea, I'm not gonna make sense. This is all I'm gonna say. O sea, nos están poniendo gente que realmente sabe los cómics. Real, o sea, gente that we care about. What? My wife passing around?
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, she's been going like back and forth. Hi, babe. She said, hey. ¿Sabes? Estamos, no sé, it will be a slap in the face si todos llegan a ser variants of Loki, como que te sentiría bien pendejo, en verdad, como que se caería todo el propósito de la serie, en mi opinión. El punto de la serie es enseñando...
I wouldn't like that ending at all. Like, I wouldn't like that ending, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past them either. Like, that's the thing. The whole thing is to fuck.
I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't.
That would be another Ralph Boner, yo.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't.
Another Ralph Boner.
Nigga, like, I'm interested in seeing these characters and what what are their variants from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wondering if Mobius is somewhere in the MCU right now. Like, and they'll do like, a cameo in some show in the future, and we'll be like, oh shit, that was this nigga on the fucking jet ski. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering if they're gonna do that because it carries weight. Now that we know that Mobius is actually, there's a person out there. That's Mobius. He's not just Loki. With this chick, with B-15, she saw, the life that I guess her other self or the original self lived with. When that TVA is gone, what the fuck is gonna happen with all these people? With all these agents, it carries weight if they're not Lokis. Like if they're actually people, but they can't go back to their home because they're not their actual person. Like
exactly, because además, every time they take somebody, I'm sorry, but every time they take somebody, they reset the timeline, so they wouldn't fit in.
Exactly.
So it's gonna cause another nexus.
To see the destruction, if it happens of the TVA, is gonna carry more consequence, knowing that these people can't go back to their they can't go back to the timeline.
I can see the Loki theory being real only because at the beginning of the show when he runs into he discovers like the control room or whatever, when they basically show you like this is the hub for the TVA.
Yeah.
He literally says, "This is fucking glorious power."
Yeah.
So like it kind of incentivizes you to be like there could be a variant out there which is just like this is our glorious power and now this is my glorious power. I control time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
And
glorious purpose.
Yeah.
Let's talk about was the fucking highlight for me of this episode with fucking old man Loki. I really enjoyed that interpretation of Loki. I like how it's like, oh, you didn't die at the here. Like, how did you get old? And he was like, yeah, I fucking, I did this, that, and the other, and I went to a planet, and I was by myself.
He said he was an inanimate object. That's what he said.
He said inanimate debris.
Yeah,
inanimate debris. So inanimate debris.
Like that's drifted towards another planet in space and still survived and all that shit.
That's what I'm saying. We got to see another version of Loki that was remorseful. I was saying he was like, you know what? I really did fucking miss Thor and shit. Like you got to see another connection. Like I really did miss my family. So you get to see that, a lot of these years, Loki was just, full of shit. He was just acting out. He was just like a rebellious fucking young teenager and shit, acting out. Because Pops was like this and Thor was the golden child and all that.
Mira, hablando claro, yo llevo jato como que pensando aquí. Loki realmente es un nene chiquito. And we all know that. Él es bien egocéntrico y narcisista. Bien egocéntrico, narcisista.
Back in Notre Dame and this shit. I look like fucking Quasimodo. Look at my fucking back.
Bro, no, pero hablando claro, like, I don't know, man. Like, él tuvo que aprender de una manera u otra, lo cual lo hizo en el regular timeline. Y aquí fue como que fast forward, tenemos que hacerlo en media hora porque si no el show se cae. He had to learn the hard way. Y esto con el TVA, like, we're seeing another characteristic of Loki and him becoming responsible. He still wants to do all this shit because he's still his own person. He blah, blah, blah. Pero, like, he's, like, slowly learning and, having a heart and having responsibility. I don't know, man. En verdad, like, el growth de Loki en esta serie como que está súper chévere y todo, pero I just keep thinking, en el momento que todo esto está pasando, están pasando otras cosas en el background, como por qué Vormir está en las pantallas del TVA. Was it Vormir, el sitio donde he was isolated?
Boromir.
Vormir, the planet, you know?
I thought you said Boromir. I was like,
No.
from Lord of the Rings. What the fuck?
No,
I
man.
can see this shit. I was like,
Boromir.
what? I'm fucking lost.
No, bro. Vormir. O sea, no sé, es que I don't even know how to explain this. Go on. I'll think about something. Dale. Me dijiste eso de Lord of the Rings y es como que, oh shit, espérate.
Whatever happens in the show, I'm hoping it doesn't just cancel itself out and doesn't affect everything else. But the same show is showing you shit that like they're supposedly creating a whole bunch of problems for all the other time. Not problems, but they're creating extenuating events, like shit that's fucking up what the TVA considers the natural timeline or whatever. So
Exacto.
like you have to back that up substantially somewhere. Like that has to affect something else later down the road. I just hope it's not just gonna be like you said. If there's a season 2, then all those timelines just pertain to this show. That'll kind of fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like I want this to have lasting effects on the Marvel universe.
I mean, even if there's a bunch of timelines, like realistically, on the main MCU, the only thing that I could see that doing is, giving us different characters, like whether it be Blade, whether it be the Fantastic Four.
But it's like things happening in the background.
It opens up the multiverse, but I don't think that's gonna affect like every single project. Like these niggas have.
Yeah, but then that doesn't make sense though, because what all these movies remember it's on a pipeline. So that would give us Blade, that would give us this. So what are you telling me, that all these movies don't? Marvel always meshes them all together. So if you get Blade, if you get Fantastic Four, you can't sit there and tell me Fantastic Four is in one timeline, Blade is in another, this is in another, this is in another.
No, I'm saying
Marvel always.
Yeah, that was actually my train of thought. That's what I was saying about the places in the TVA, things happening in the background, entonces todo cayendo en relación a lo que dijo Classic Loki, bla bla bla. Eso era lo mismo que iba a decir, pero pues I just like, este cabrón me dijo lo de fucking. I'm rewatching Lord of the Rings right now. Yeah, I am like this thing, Lucy, right here. This thing I'm pointing at. This is the extended edition. So I'm rewatching Lord of the Rings, and that's why. Wait. What are we talking about then?
Fucking what you like. I feel like it's going to mesh, but what I'm saying is I don't feel like what happens in Loki is necessarily gonna affect Thor: Love and Thunder or Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, or as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I don't
love for me to pop up on that in that movie or whatever. I don't think so, but I would love for that to happen. Is it like your lead Love and Thunder? Is it the whole thing around like this girl getting her powers? So now you have a feminine Thor or a female Thor versus a female Loki.
Exactly.
Like I don't think that's gonna happen in the movie, but I would love for that to be like where we're going forward.
For me, this new Loki is not gonna be like the Loki that we know. The Loki that we know was like, I want to rule the world. She's like, fuck the TVA, ... Like we don't know like if she has aspirations to take over. She doesn't look like she's like, I have one mission.
She doesn't have a glorious purpose yet.
Yeah, I have one mission. This is what the fuck I want to do. After this is done, if she doesn't die, then it's like, okay, what is this character gonna do? Is she gonna go to Earth?
I laughed at the fact when there was that little chemistry scene between them where they were sitting next to each other and like the romance was kind of happening. This motherfucker still generated a quill only for himself in the beginning. I was like, that goes to show you he does have feelings for somebody that's literally himself, but he's still selfish enough just to think of himself in a situation. And I was like, oh my god, the way the writing is fucking wonderful.
Por eso necesitas por experiencia.
He's still narcissist enough only to think about himself in certain key moments. Will he betray her? Will they betray each other? Well, that's another thing that like we have to see happen in the series or whatever.
Like Loki can only love himself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if he betrays her, he's just betraying himself in the next episode. But realistically, you can see him doing it. You know what I mean? It's like It's like that fucking story that they said in Drive about the fucking scorpion and the fucking frog and shit. You know what I'm talking about? That the fucking scorpion asks the frog has to go across the pond and shit, and the scorpion doesn't have a way to get there. So the frog says, "Well, if you don't bite me, you go on my back, and I'll take you across." Midway, the scorpion stabs the frog, and the frog says, "What do you do? Now we're both gonna die." And he was like, "I just can't help my nature. This is who I am."
Where did you get that from? What movie is that in?
Drive with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that's true.
Really? That was in there? I don't remember that. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
he tells us sometimes you just can't change your nature. You are who you are. So I can see Loki doing that. I'm just hoping that that's not what happened.
Wow.
How do you think it's gonna end? What do you think? Do you think we're gonna get Kang?
I think we might get like a teaser for Kang. I don't think Kang is gonna be the big bad of this one. Honestly, the more we get closer, I don't think Jonathan Majors is gonna be the reveal of the series. It's too much. Like, how do you end that?
I don't want this to be another Thanos tease. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I don't think
Por eso.
one episode you can't introduce a character and be like, fuck you. Like, it's gonna be like it's gonna be horrible writing. So I think we can either get another Loki as the villain, or we get another character, which will then like literally drop a backstory of who he's working for and why all this happened, and then you won't even get Jonathan Majors like a visual. You just get a story of him, of Kang, and then it'll get resolved the way it gets resolved.
I mean,
is somebody sacrificing themselves, or
is he the main? He's confirmed the main villain for Ant-Man 3, no?
Yes, he's the villain of Quantumania. Some people are like, he's the next big Thanos level threat. I don't think he's the next big Thanos level threat. You think that though? Like, you would have to have every movie then.
No, but in the comics, he is. That's what I'm saying, that he is.
I know that, but there's been other villains which have been like huge things in the comics and they haven't done anything. But how would Quantumania? Okay, Quantumania. You tell me then that the resolution of the whole thing it would be in Quantumania of this phase?
No, but maybe that's not it. Maybe it's just gonna continue, because right now all the movies that we have, the majority of them are gonna deal with either time travel or multiverse. We got Spider-Man, we got fucking Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi no tanto, the Eternals, I don't know.
Shang-Chi no tiene nada que ver.
That's what I say. I don't know. Maybe 15 does.
There's a time jump. There's a time jump in Shang-Chi.
But that's what I'm saying. And these movies that are coming out in these phases now, time travel and multiverse is a theme that's proliferating in these movies. So maybe we get to see him a little bit or hear his backstory. Then we hear another story in Doctor Strange or some shit. And it continues that way until we actually see him. And maybe this is just the intro of what he could do in Ant-Man. And then when Phase 5 comes, just like Thor, just like, the fucking Infinity Saga, it's just little parts.
What's in Phase 5?
Fantastic Four, no? And Blade?
Yeah.
They're all like in early pre-production now. So if Blade and Fantastic Four are consequences,
forgetting about the Eternals. Forgetting about the Eternals too.
That's what I'm saying. I know Eternals, their whole thing is like, we want to look at humanity, but we can't do nothing. We're not gonna interfere with humanity. Maybe Kang is a level, like a threat level high enough for them to be like, if there's an Eternals 2, okay, then you know what I'm saying. It gives them not just Joe Schmo down the block with powers.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Eternals is simply gonna be a reason to give, and you're gonna hate me for this. Eternals is gonna be a movie to give Kit Harington a starring role in the rest of the fucking franchises, the rest of the conflicts.
Bro,
the Eternals movie is simply a setup for Kit Harington to have a character in the rest of the Marvel Universe movies that are gonna come out.
I don't have a problem with that, bro. I'm okay with that.
Fuck Jon Snow. How about that?
Give me my nigga. Obviously, Marvel didn't say fuck Jon Snow, nigga. Not only did they bring him back, but they gave him a suit of armor and they gave him a sword, nigga. It's Jon Snow all day, son.
Jon Snow. Was it Kit Harington? What can we cast you in? A knight dressed in black with a sword.
There
There we
you
go.
Give him the,
Boom.
give him the
Millions.
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 Winter is coming, son.
Winter is coming legit this time.
I know he must have been in that. He must have been in that pitch, and he must have been like, "How fucking original is that? You cast me as a knight dressed in black with a goddamn magical sword. Like, I haven't been doing that shit for fucking 20 years.
I mean, nigga, his agent had to tell him, "Yo, this is what they're offering." He was like, "Sounds good to me, nigga. Let's do this."
He was drunk that day.
He was drunk that day. Nigga, we got fucking we got Rob Stark, nigga. We got Jon Snow, and we got fucking Khaleesi in here, nigga.
That's right. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
been cast in the.
It's gonna be in the scroll shit, Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion. She's been confirmed. She's been confirmed. She just hasn't. I don't think they've confirmed like.
They haven't
playing.
said who she's playing. Yeah.
Yeah. But she's definitely confirmed for Secret Invasion.
Shit. I didn't know.
Okay,
For some
bring
reason,
them
I didn't
all.
know.
Bring them all. Bring Ned Stark into the fucking thing.
Nigga, let's do this, nigga.
Bring the chubby Charlie guy in. Bring the little girl's already been in the fucking X-Men movie, technically. You know?
Nigga, that's all I was gonna say. If that would have worked, we would have had Ari up in this bitch already.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's do this, nigga. I mean, if what I read is right from the fucking spoilers of the Eternals, it sounds pretty dope. What they're gonna do, like who the villain is and all that.
The villain is one of the same. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Don't say it. If you want, write it in the chat, in the private chat, so we can confirm.
I'm gonna write who I think. Who I read. I read.
Yes, I believe so. There's another character though. I think he has help. There's another character.
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard that.
And one of them won't be in the movie that long. Let's put it that way. One of them is gonna be in the movie for like 30 minutes. He can be out.
Oh yeah.
I heard it was like fuck Taco Bell.
Fucked up.
All I'm gonna say is that everybody's forgetting about Shang-Chi. Everybody's forgetting about the Eternals as well. Y todo el mundo está enfocado en que everybody's a Loki.
I'm wondering. I'm really wondering what's gonna be, the consequences, the repercussions, the ripple effect of fucking Shang-Chi and the MCU.
Oh
I
yeah.
wonder if this is gonna be an origin story, or we're gonna get something that significantly is going to affect the MCU one way or another.
I like
so.
the fact that you gave us a character that if he gets a certain amount of rings in the movie, not all of them, I'll say that, he has enough power. I excited my dame with a villain, but he's not weak enough as he originally was when he got introduced in the comics years ago.
Yeah.
So like he's not your regular Joe Schmo that can just fight. You're giving him a semblance of power so that you can possibly take him into the fray in the future or whatever. Like my theory with the 10 rings is they're not as powerful as the comic books counterpart, but they're gonna endow him with enough power to make him formidable if they need him in the future or whatever. He's gonna end up with an amount of those fucking rings. Whether it be 5, 6, or 10, he's gonna end up with the rings by the end of that movie, and that's his way of being, enough of a not just rely on your fighting skills. He's gonna have some sort of fucking superpower to be used in a future big ass event.
I wonder what's gonna be the fucking post credit scene for that fucking movie.
Oh yes. When is it coming out?
Next month, no?
Really?
Isn't it?
No, don't play
Let me
with me.
see. Let me see. I mean, it has to be fucking
September 3rd. No,
but then nigga,
September 3rd. Yeah. Oh yeah, falta.
2
Yeah,
months
July,
away.
August
July
September.
July was Black Widow's month.
And then August is What If.
Yeah, August is what if, pero pues. Yo estaba jodiendo with my wife diciéndole qué pasa si el Watcher es Stan Lee.
The Watchers, that actor, what the hell?
who's
He
gonna play
should be.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
What the hell's his name? He's from he's been in a couple of shit. I forget his name.
Pero espérate, ¿cuál de todos los Commissioner Gordon?
The one with the Robert Pattinson
Robert
Batman.
Pattinson movie.
Oh, really?
He's from
Yeah.
Westworld.
He's from Westworld.
Ah, cool.
Hunger Games.
Damn.
He was in Hunger Games.
So we got
Oh.
What If in August, Shang-Chi in September, Eternals in October, nothing in
Eternals-
November, and then
No. Wait.
Eternals is in
Wait.
October.
Eternals is November 5th.
Really? Get the fuck out of here.
They got Eternals is November 5th. And then Spider-Man in December and Doctor Strange in March.
Oh, yeah. There's something
So
else
we're-
coming in
we're-
January, if I'm not
We're
mistaken.
falling back in the fray. We're gonna be getting a lot of shit pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like this
Anyways.
year, we're gonna have a lot of Marvel shit.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
Man, dude, DC got their work cut out for them. It's like,
You
yo,
see, you suck.
It's not even a question right now, man. Like,
Nope. It's not even a question.
well, they have. Let's see, they have Suicide Squad coming out, and then absolutely nothing, right?
Nope.
yeah, it's like the
And the
difference
Batman.
between high school and college, nigga. It's two different levels right now, nigga.
Batman. I think
Nigga,
Batman got pushed to like the end of 2022, right?
Something like that. I know it
Yeah.
got. Yeah, that's the only thing. It got pushed, and then we got Flashpoint. That's the Aquaman though.
You know, Aquaman though. That's like,
Ages from now.
yeah. And then so their event is coming up in what, September, October?
I
The
The,
DC fandom shit.
yeah, DC
I
fan.
don't know.
para serte bien honesta, no he estado tan pendiente a las cosas que está haciendo DC.
I know
Because
these
I keep getting
niggas,
disappointed.
these
That's
niggas
why.
opted out of Comic Con, both Marvel and DC of Comic Con next year.
So, están haciendo un E3 como PlayStation y Nintendo.
October 16th, 2021 is the DC fandom.
Nigga, out of the movies that are coming up,
The president's just gonna come on stage and just douse himself in gasoline and light himself on fire.
nigga, out of the movies that's coming out for Marvel, I think, and it's funny because it feels a lot to me like how Captain America was. When the first Captain America came out, I thought it was alright. I was like, yeah, it's cool, it's whatever. But then I was a big fan of Winter Soldier and a bigger fan of Civil War. Like, I think the Captain America trilogy for me is my favorite trilogy of the movies, of like the solo movies and shit, so whatever. Black Panther, I like Black Panther. I wasn't a super fanatic of fucking Black Panther. I thought it was cool, but I dug the villain so much more than the hero. I was like, whatever. But the second one, if the rumors are true, and they're gonna bring fucking Namor, like visually, that movie is gonna be fucking wild, yo.
Yeah. Supuestamente, me dijo un amigo mío que Angela Bassett was talking about the movie and that at least it was like a very respectful and true, ¿cómo que se dice?
Homenaje.
In
Yeah.
honor,
Yeah, un homenaje a Chadwick Boseman. Poor Chadwick Boseman.
nigga, I heard they went to like 4 different fucking rewrites of that shit so far.
Surrey, I mean, at this point, is it safe to say that Surrey gets the mantle?
Nigga, we don't know, cause nigga, like losing this nigga Chadwick and them saying we're not gonna replace the character, like
Yeah.
that shit had
Can you
a
imagine?
date
Can you imagine if it
down the
becomes
line.
like the Black Panther Force? Like not one person has the mantle. It's like M'Baku has it, Shuri has it, the girlfriend has it. That'd be fucking like,
And how are they gonna remove him from the
Yeah.
equation? So no remove a Black Panther, remove T'Challa.
Mhm.
How are they gonna
Man.
remove him from that? Like,
he gets
That's
blipped
gonna
out
be
again.
hard, nigga.
He gets blipped out again.
Nigga,
he never came back from the blip.
Oh, what? He's just eating breakfast. And he's like, yeah, I'd like some eggs with.
Como que, el que tuviste en Endgame es otro de an alternate reality or some shit.
Nigga, oh my god, let them
He's
say
a
that. He's a
scroll.
fucking variant, nigga.
He's a scroll, dude. There you go. He's a fucking scroll.
Nigga, the TVA took that nigga, yo.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine?
All right,
Alrighty.
so Yeah, let's get into trailer talks. We got 3 trailers that we're gonna be seeing today. It was very hard to fucking find trailers for this week. I feel like not a lot of shit popped up.
Yeah.
So the first one is for the latest trailer of The Kingsman. I've been sleeping on this movie for a while. Like I haven't
still coming out. I can't wait. Like I really do want to.
I need that movie.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's been so long already, and I haven't been like. I know a couple of trailers came out, but I haven't really watched them. I saw it when it first came out, so I'm interested to see what footage we have.
Yeah.
I'm offering you the opportunity to become a Kingsman agent, like a spy of sorts. Since 1849. Kingsman tailors have clothed the world's most powerful individuals. By 1919, a great number of them had the desire to preserve peace and protect life. Our founders realized that they could channel wealth and influence for the greater good. And so began an independent intelligence agency operating at the highest level of discretion. The Kingsman Agency.
Welcome to the club.
Very clever.
This movie really is an origin story. This is the foundation of the Kingsman franchise.
Manners make a man.
Spectacular, eh? Oh, yes. Very nice.
We see you in this film, The Formation of the Kingsmen. Get to the lift. The style is very Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew is an amazing storyteller, and he's written something quite powerful.
At the center of this particular Kingsman film is the First World War, but it still has its recognizable Kingsman element.
Forget your manners.
Oh.
It's got a tailor shop. It's got complicated fight sequences.
There's gadgetry, humor, and action, and fantastical villains.
It's time to pour fuel on the fire.
Armed and ready. We shall see. Welcome.
Why is it that boys are always so messy?
You're going to need a suit. Come on.
Fucking Voldemort is brilliant.
I'm super happy for them, and at the same time, I want to take the person who made the decision and just strangle them.
Made the decision of what?
To release it on December 22nd.
That's a great date.
No, it's not. December 17th, Spider-Man comes out.
December 22nd is my birthday, so I don't give a fuck.
That's a shitty day for anybody.
It's a great fucking day for me.
It was a horrible day and a horrible year. Anyway, yo,
fuck you.
That's like suicide. Why the fuck would you release that the same day as Spider-Man?
What is
Spider-Man is actually coming out on 17. That's December 17.
Yeah, it's the same month.
What is Kingsman attached to, like streaming wise? Nothing.
Streaming? It's not coming to the theaters.
No, but I'm saying, is Kingsman attached to anything?
Is it a Sony movie?
No, it's actually from 20th Century Studios, pero como que era la pertenece a Disney. So, doesn't really matter. They both win money.
That movie ain't gonna make shit. That movie ain't gonna make a goddamn. That movie is not gonna make 1/4 of the budget it took to make that movie.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. When Spider-Man drops, unless Spider-Man gets pushed back again.
No!
If Spider-Man,
no.
Watch it. Watch. Mira, what are we? September, Kevin Feige hace un videito diciendo, we have to adjust. You know we've done a good job of surviving COVID. That's why we're pushing this entire line of movies back.
No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Dude.
I need Spider-Man. I need to watch
Spider-Man. If Spider-Man drops in December, with all the hype going towards it, there ain't a goddamn movie on the face of the earth that's gonna make enough money that month. Right now.
Is Dune still dropping in December?
Huh?
Is Dune still dropping in December?
Yeah, we all know what the problem with that shit is.
Oh,
it's
so
coming out streaming, and people are like, that shit ain't gonna make money anymore.
So you're telling me that December is going to be the May of 2021?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty much.
O sea, porque siempre esas películas así las tiraban todas en mayo y ahora es como que totally different because of course COVID.
Todavía se están sintiendo las repercusiones de la mierda de fucking COVID.
Get vaccinated for fuck's sakes.
All right, so okay, babe. The next movie we're gonna see is a fucking it's a black movie that I wanted the Cine Nerds to watch. It hasn't come out yet, but I've been dying to see some ghetto shit. So yeah,
are we gonna
get ready to see some
territory?
We're gonna see what?
I said, are we gonna invade that territory soon?
Yeah, we're going over there on the attack, but this trailer's gonna be ghetto. So yeah.
In 2016, they met the original Karen.
My name is Carl Black.
It's a little ironic that your name is Black.
Don't say it, bitch.
Now, in 2021, they must face a new evil.
Baby, I think some new people just moved in next door.
Something ain't right at that house, Carl. There's never any movement during the day.
Let me introduce Dr. Mamuwalde.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
What type of medicine you practice, bro? Oh, this.
It's a little pimp in there.
What?
P-I-M-P. Put it in my pocket.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, as you can tell, I'm Caucasian, and there's a real peculiar guy.
Is he black?
Yes, he's black.
Okay, we'll send over 5 units right away.
This is definitely black on black crime.
His kind is not invited in our house.
In this age of divisiveness, we can't do this to each other. Sheesh.
Hey, that's my wife.
She will be mine.
What you see? Oh, vampire feeds on blood. We should kill him.
Big mistake.
So we hunting vampires. I got just what you need. Whoa. Joel Osteen holy water.
Kind of got a pineapple taste to it.
I can't see now. It's crazy you could know someone all their life and might not know that they a freak unless you see them at night. It's war. Hey, put your leftovers down.
It's like we're living across the street from different strokes. Why would you kick me in the legs? Carl, I can't feel it. Carl, hit me in the face.
Oh, hell. What did he do to you?
Carl was in my mouth.
You look like Black China.
Watch out. For the house next door. I am no monster. Allow me. This is for your education.
No!
The black man has yet again said no to education. Freaks come out.
Yo, that shit look culo, nigga. That movie looks so culo, nigga. Like, wow. Like, I can't wait to make the Cine Nerds watch that shit.
Oh my god,
be honest with you, like, it has Cat Williams in it, and I have a soft spot for him, so I'm like,
dude,
I kind of want to watch this now.
What I want to watch more than the movie is to watch Orengo watch this movie. Like,
oh
I can't wait to see him watch this shit.
This is the Cine Nerds?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the Cine Nerds, you guys were reviewing movies. I didn't know you were just torturing fucking people left and right on that show.
Yo, turn the light on. Jesus Christ, but yo. Oh my Lord, son.
Yeah, they truly took over. He muted his mic so we wouldn't hear him threatening to whoop his daughter's rear ends.
We're just here trying to figure out what he's saying.
I was about to say, you want me to dub what he's saying?
Yeah.
If you touch that light again, I will whoop your ass.
Yes.
Right now. I think he said I'm gonna fuck you up. Do not touch that light. Do not touch that light.
I'm not playing. I am playing.
Yeah, like I was saying, that shit look mad culo. That shit reminds me of like a Black Expendables. Like, we got Rick Ross, you got Snoop, you got Cat Williams, fucking Mike Epps. There's already Black
make these people watch that movie. Like, what was the other movie?
No, we had discussed that one of the weekends we were gonna pick like like a ghetto movie, like how you say it, like African American movies that's made for like Tyler Perry type shit.
So you couldn't choose like some like predominantly black casted good movie like with
No, I wanted that.
You couldn't make them watch like Fruitvale Station or something. You had to fucking pick this shit.
I wanted to pick a movie that was like specifically like that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just exploiting
all the stereotypes and shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you wanted to reinforce racial stereotypes. All right, I get what you're saying.
Reinforced by who? Who made the fucking movie?
Yeah, that doesn't mean
So please.
Puerto Rican people that kill Puerto Rican people. That doesn't make them any less evil than the white people that kill Puerto Rican people, or the less evil.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now that I remember, you talking about Puerto Rican people, whatever the fuck. West Side Story is coming out in December, isn't it?
That's right.
Shit, yeah.
And I hope that everybody that criticized and hated Lin-Manuel Miranda keeps that same energy when a white person does a representation of a Latino.
I mean, I think that's gonna be different. That's gonna be. I feel like that movie is not. It's not gonna get handled like fucking like this shit, like In the Heights, because
it's not called In the Heights.
No, because it's a remake, so you know what the fuck you're expecting. Don't go in there and expecting, fucking.
It's a remake. It's a remake. In other words, it can be updated to fit current times. But by people's thought process, you should have no excuse. That's the same thing that they were criticizing him about. If you did a musical, because there have been millions of other musicals in New York, and you're doing a current one, then you should have enough racial, representation to make it look realistic. That's what they're fighting about.
But it's in those times. Now, isn't it like in the 20s or some shit?
In the 50s, like
50s.
I thought it was before.
60s.
It's in the 50s. I could have sworn it was like before that.
Well, the movie came out in 1961, and it looks like in the 1940s, 1960s, type of era.
All I'm saying is, if we're gonna, and I'm not kissing Lin-Manuel Miranda's ass. He's a human being like everybody else. He probably has, some shit he's not proud of, or whatever. That's his shit. But if you're gonna rip Lin-Manuel Miranda, you asshole, because the Black, Spanish, or Latino community wasn't represented correctly in that movie, you better have that same fucking energy for the Latin community that's gonna be represented in this one, because Black Latinos make up a big part of our community as well. So you better have that same energy for Spielberg that you had for Lin-Manuel Miranda. That's all I'm saying. Because we can't be fucking hypocrites here and rip somebody a new asshole for one thing and not rip another one for the same exact thing.
No, sí, nada más con que van a cambiar a un personaje con van a reemplazar a un personaje con I heard about this ahorita antes del podcast. Rita Moreno va a ser un personaje. They're gonna do the same thing that they did with Taskmaster. Her name is gonna change even. Her name is gonna be Valentina or something like that.
They're gonna gender swap her character.
Yeah, no, they're gonna gender swap another character, and they're gonna replace that character with her.
Rita Moreno is not gonna, obviously she's not gonna reprise her role, but she's gonna be in the movie playing a different character.
Yeah, like they gender swap the character even. Mm-hmm. So
I just don't feel like this movie is gonna catch the same shit that in the. I don't think it's fair, but I don't see it catching as much shit as In the Heights got, being that In the Heights was a movie that had a lot of Latinos making it, as much as this is a Spielberg movie. This is, some white niggas made this movie. I don't think that it's fair, but I don't see it catching the same shit that Lin-Manuel caught. I don't think Spielberg is gonna catch the heat that fucking Lin-Manuel caught.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo, we expect a white person to be racist, of course. Why wouldn't he do that? Like, that logic to me is like, fuck.
Like, literalmente, like in West Side Story, there's racism. There's cops siding with the white people and all this kind of shit. So if they are gonna do that, like, fucking remake, maybe, okay, si van a cambiar un montón de cosas. Porque, hello, the word is there, remake. Yeah. They're gonna stay loyal because ¿cómo puñeta tú vas a cambiar? And sorry for my French. ¿Cómo carajo tú vas a cambiar una película que ganó 10 premios? 10 Academy Awards or some shit like that. How are you gonna change it that much? But I think something's gonna happen. I don't know.
Did you guys hear the news that the new Scream movie casted the chick from In the Heights, the one that plays the love interest?
Yeah.
I thought Scream was done already. Didn't they finish filming that shit?
You need to catch up with the times, my friend. They're filming a brand new Scream.
Yeah.
Trailer should be dropping pretty soon too.
But I'm saying, I thought principal photography for that new one had finished already a while ago.
They are filming a new Scream, and they casted the chick from In the Heights.
But that's what I'm saying. They just finished filming one. They're gonna film another one.
No, she's casted in that movie. She's been casted in that movie.
She's been cast. I thought you said that news just came out now.
I'm saying that you hear the news. You never heard.
Nah.
Casted in the movie.
We're talking about what was her name? Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa.
I don't know the actress's name, but
yeah, fuck Vanessa.
You know he love you.
Why you say fuck Vanessa, bro? What's wrong with
I didn't like her character. Fuck Vanessa, yo.
You just mad because you, in your opinion, you think she got with him because he got money?
No, I didn't think. I was like, she's just a twat. This whole fucking movie. This bitch was getting mad for no reason, and this thing was like, I like you.
He wanted to move out, and
and then she came in the last day. He was like, yo, my flight leaves at 10 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, she was like, you know, when you told me that you loved me, I loved you. Don't move. Stay. I was like, man,
I need my coffee for free. I need my coffee for free.
He should have went and he should have hit Kuka, and then he should have bounced. That's what he should have did. Anyway, let's go into the fucking last trailer.
Last trailer, I didn't even know.
No, wait to go.
It's called Queen Pins.
All right, boys, lock and load. So what are we dealing with here? Gun runners? Gun dealers?
It's two women who are counterfeiting coupons.
This feels like a lot. You don't think we're coming in a little hot here, boss?
Total's $138.55.
Is it?
It's like 1,000 coupons. Your trophy.
Yo, it's time to save with JoJo. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? It's you. Mom!
We have a mountain of death.
Is this the best we're ever gonna do? How come I'm so broke? The system has set us up to fail.
You know who gets rewarded?
People who don't follow the rules. It's time we start bending them a little.
Where did you get these?
When you send these companies a complaint, they send you a coupon for free stuff. All of these free coupons come from one factory.
It's like Robin Hood. We gotta steal these coupons and sell them to families who really need them. That's money in the bank.
Dirty! Baby, I got your money. Don't you worry. I said,
I am the loss prevention officer. Thousands of these coupons, they're getting mailed out all over the country. We need boots on the ground ASAP.
Oh, baby. Simon Kilmore, a U.S. Postal Inspector.
They said that they were sending the FBI. What do? You carry mail around or something?
That would be a mailman. They carry the mail. I carry a gun.
We are investigating a counterfeit coupon ring costing companies tens of millions of dollars.
We need someone who's had experience with this sort of thing.
We gotta spread this shit out. I'm talking
Bank accounts, credit cards, a stash house, and aliases.
Could you say it all again and like much slower?
And do you have like a pad just to write it down?
No, get out. Okay, we don't
wing
got
it.
but we got it.
You gotta let me in on this thing. Who's the girl, Earl?
I think it's pretty clear that Earl doesn't know.
Call a sketch artist.
Call a sketch artist?
Yeah,
Like, who do you think she is? Kaiser Soze?
We're queen pins, bitch.
Coupons aren't about what you buy. It's about the feeling you get. They call it the coupon high. Supposedly it's better than intimacy with another person. Or so I've been told.
Sorry, have you not used a coupon or have you not had sex?
What happened?
The website is way too easy to trace back to you. Is there anything else I should know about? I don't think so. No. Well,
yo, it's time to save with JoJo.
I mean, how could they trace it back to your face? My face is right on it. Chicka bang, chicka bang.
All right, so that.
Man, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, that shit was inspired by a true story.
Well, kudos to the true story. To be honest, kudos to this true story.
Inspired.
I'm glad.
As well?
Inspired by a true story.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody was fucking stealing Cooper. That shit sounded like my grandmother, yo.
So I think I'm showing my age, and out of those fucking 3 trailers, that last one actually looks fucking funny as fuck. I want to see that shit.
Nigga, what made me laugh was this nigga was like, who the fuck you think that's it? Fucking Khaled Sose? Nigga, that shit had me laughing.
It looks funny. Like, it looks mad. I'm actually interested in watching that. Is that coming streaming, or don't tell me that's coming out of the theaters? There's no way that's
I don't even know, but I'm a what you call it. I'm a big fan of that shit.
Kirsten Bell.
Kristen Bell,
yeah. Kristen Bell, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's forgetting Sarah Marshall. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Come on. Stop.
Give me a hug. Oh.
They can hear me.
Yeah, they can hear you. You can't hear them, but they can hear you.
I can hear the voices.
You can't hear her. Pretend that you're deaf. Go over there. Anyway, that was trailer talk. It's been 3.5 hours. I got fucking what you call it over here, yo, fucking demon seed, son.
They're your seeds.
Fucking Chucky, yo, over here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I gotta whoop somebody's ass. So that's the end of fucking After School Club. I'm Lex. Y'all niggas know where to find me already. Let the people know where to find you guys, because I'm about to whoop somebody's ass.
All right, you can find me on Instagram, Twitch, and everywhere else. But first and foremost, here on XP and Richport, I'm looking for something and I cannot find it. There we go. I found it. I found gold. Thank you so much, guys.
You can find me on the one and only XP and Richport, where half of our team leaves through half of the podcast, and we make up for his absence with good jokes.
Yo! Holy shit, Bree! Yo, I'm rolling the outro. Let's fucking do this.